All right, good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing really well. So, I thought tonight this is probably going to be of limited interest, as a lot of people, unfortunately, aren't playing APBA PC baseball, and you really should. It's better than APBA Go. It's just better than APBA Go, at least in the state that APBA Go is right now. But I do know there's a few people out here in the family that do play, La Familia, huh? That do play APBA PC baseball. And I really encourage you to check it out. And if you do get baseball for Windows, let me know because I can hook you up with a bunch of cool stuff. And yeah, so there we go. There's Jack Dawson and Philip. I don't know yet who's going to play tonight, Philip. I'm going to put some ballparks in here and we'll see. We'll see who's on the schedule here. This is an all-time greats franchise league. I've done this before, but with a new computer now, I've had to reinstall the ballpark. So I thought, well, what better way than to show people how some things work behind the scenes in this game, at least in this module in League Manager, and show a couple other things, how the modularity works, and then maybe we'll have Ernie call a game since they run about 55 minutes. So I believe I have Crosley in here. I'm still doing the American League. So the this league for teams that have multiple locations or multiple like long-term teams. So like the Philadelphia Athletics and the Oakland Athletics are two separate teams. St. Louis Browns, Baltimore Orioles have their own teams. Brooklyn Dodgers, Los Angeles Dodgers, their own teams. New York Giants and San Francisco Giants with their own teams. And so on and so forth. So what we're doing now is just kind of putting in ballparks. So how do you do it? There's a lot of people. A lot of people get really kind of confused with APA PC baseball, and the only thing you really have to come to grips with here, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna select this organization and save it, and I'm gonna show you. So I'm going to pull these out of my desktop so you can see all the components of the game. And I think this really, really freaks people out. And there's no real need to be as scared of it. There's no need to be as scared of it. The one that I'm working with, you can't see it. Actually, you can see it over here. And there's League Manager down there. And then you can also just play app baseball, play a game, but you really don't want to work from there. But it's really the advanced draft. It's advanced draft, stat master, league manager, and then the sort of play screen. Really, the two that you're going to be working with are going to be advanced draft, and I'll show you what our league looks like in advanced draft by bringing that up first. So you can see it's going to remember what I was working on. So if I click OK and I click here, here are all the clubs in this particular project, which if you have baseball for Windows, let me know and I'll give you a copy of this. It's really, really a lot of fun. We can look at, for Philip here, let's look at the Cincinnati Reds. You got Johnny Bench, Ernie Lombardi, Frank McCormick, Ted Kluszewski, Joe Morgan, Tony Perez, Leo Cardenas, Dave Concepcion, Barry Larkin, Vada Pinson, Pete Rose, Ed Roush, Gus Bell, George Foster, and Frank Robinson. For pitchers, you got Noodles Hahn, Dolph Luke, Bucky Walters, Yul Blackwell, Jim Maloney, Upper Rixey, Paul Derringer, Red Lucas, Rob Dibble, and Raleigh Eastwick. So this is only going to be encompassing players really from 1871 to 1997. So, but it's still a great way to go back and have a lot of fun. There's 1,333 players. You can do all kinds of drafting and stuff like this in baseball for Windows. There's so much more that you can do in this game that you can in APBA Go. So you can see that right now you see Yul Blackwell turning up in red, and if we go back we see Johnny Bench. So any of the any teams that I'm kind of looking at here, if the name shows up in red, that's the team that I'm looking at right now for Cincinnati Reds. Very easy to draft more players on if you want to. So if you have seasons after 1997, it's very easy to bring in some players if you want to do that. Everything is, of course, sortable. So now I'm looking at every catcher in this league. So It's really, really a very, very powerful baseball program that I think a lot of people just think it's just the Arnie Harwell thing. But you got to remember, that you have to remember. And welcome in, Samuel. He says, he says, Happy Tuesday. Payoff pitch is on Steam. No exact release date, just says April. Online saying you can add park photos. I already looked, and I can't wait. Wow factor big time. And you can use any ballpark images, which is really nice. So that means I don't have to load up my hard drive with another 9 gigabytes worth of ballparks. Just use my Action PC ballparks, which is really nice. Looking forward to it. Like I said, I am going to buy it. I'm just going to have to go really slowly and buy, one season per month or something like that. But I've decided I'm going to do it anyhow. You know, if I'm talking about wanting the game to do well on Steam, I would be remiss if I didn't buy the game. So I haven't tried the new beta yet. I'm trying to pick a night here where I can try it with you guys live. I know a lot of people are doing some work with the new beta, but I don't want to look at it again. I'm gonna be approaching payoff pitch as if I'm a new user. And figuring out and trying to guess what's new in it. And apparently, there's a lot more. There's some improvements to the AI, things like that. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, the ballparks, they're going to be coming out in beta 3. And wow, I mean, just being able to put the ballpark photos on if you want, they look great. But if not, you can play it. It's sort of like got these really nice ballpark diagrams, similar to Diamond Mine, but obviously a little bit more gussied up, as they would say. So thanks for coming in, guys. Now, I should say, getting back to Baseball for Windows, I don't have all my ballparks in the directories. So there's going to be a couple like the California Angels, I believe, and a few others that I'm going to have to we'll just going to pick a ballpark image. So the only tough thing about this game, really, is creating ballparks. Luckily now and happily on the APBA site, you can download these as zip files, and they're like $6 a park. But these do not work like parks in other games. There are instructions on how to make your own parks in this game, but they make no sense to me whatsoever. Hey, there's Aaron Reed. How you doing, buddy? So just running people over the schedule things. Maybe while I have you on here, Aaron, I'll show people. By the way, Samuel, was it you? Who was it that asked me about Digital Skybox? Who was it? If you're in here, let me know, because I was able to recover my password to Digital Skybox, and I can take you guys in a deeper dive of Digital Skybox. Don't sell this game short. This is the APBA Master game. The only thing you can't do is roll dice in this, and guess what? You can't roll dice in Strat Max either. And they're still both excellent games. But just to show you here, if let's just bring up the Baltimore Orioles, just because they're there, and let's look at Brooks Robinson. There you go. These are all the master ratings and everything like that. It's going to track your season, all kinds of stuff like that. But this is the APBA Master game. So if you're interested, there's Mike Mussina, so we can see his grade, his durability. He's a Z for control, G for home run. It's moved to first. It's +1 wild pitch. So and what this game can do compared to APBA Go, there's not even any comparison really. None whatsoever. This is the much better game. And I applaud John Herson for, the effort that's being put into APBA Go, but compared to Strat Max, it's just not there yet. This game does. I'm trying to think of something APBA Go can do that this doesn't, and the only thing I can think of is manual dice rolls. That's it. APBA Go's good, but it's not quite there. Hey, Blaine, how you doing, man? Great to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the family, Blaine. It's good to see you. I wanted to thank everybody last night for, we had Mark Unger and my brother JT Dutch on here, and we had a good spirited discussion about all things baseball, wanting, how maybe we'd fix baseball, just talking about the rules and all kinds of stuff. And just, it was a good baseball chat. And I thank this community and I thank those guys for making it a lot of fun last night. All right. So, things that you can do advanced draft. Obviously, you can draft. You can assign scouts. You can assign GMs in this game. There will be draft rules. You can initialize drafts, waive drafts, all kinds of stuff. And what I would suggest is is it Derek Bain on his channel? I'm trying to remember the name of his channel. I think it's Derek Bain, just Derek Bain, who I'm sure is disappointed in me. Is he wanted me to get involved with a project with him, but I just haven't been able to get to that with all the things that were going on with me, and all the stuff. You guys know that's why McGreevy is kind of on hold for a while. But you can do all kinds of neat, really. You can edit scouts in this. You can edit GMs and all this for just for drafting. But the draft league is also where you can even create teams and stuff like that, right? Right, Aaron, in the advanced draft, that's what we can do, right? So, from here we create a data disk and all that. But we'll come back to that because this is about ballparks. All right. So remember that we're using this OFAS league. All right, let me just put advanced draft back to where it goes, and let's bring up the league manager. So the league manager really, after you get your rosters, your teams imported or whatever you're going to do, this really is the heart of the program. And I don't. The only time I would suggest just using the main play game, and this is if you're just playing some little exhibition and setting your own lineups and stuff like that. But otherwise, this is really, really the heart of baseball for Windows. All right, so what you do is we see here we have an American League East and West and an American Association East and West, and this is to accommodate 30 teams. All right. So, and I forgot to do New York. So all you do is just click in the schedule. So we can see for New York, we do that. We do rules, team home field, New York Yankees. And then what we do is there's a little drop down here, and we just get down and look for Yankee Stadium. And I don't think did I put it, because I bought it, I picked up another New York, because I don't like this one, but we're going to use this for the Yankees. Okay, so that's how you do ballparks in this game. Let's go to Detroit, and again, it's rules, Tigers, and I like the photo better. I mean, I could use Tiger Stadium, but I think if I can find it, and I think I forgot to copy it over, so I may not be using Comerica Park for this after all, as I don't see it. I still have a lot more ballparks for this game, so we're just going to throw in one of these. Yeah, that's kind of grainy, but that'll work for this league. Comerica looks kind of clean, but again, I don't feel like copying it over right now. Okay, so we've got these done. Every once in a while, just a good idea, just save your organization. Okay, save. All right, now we get on to the White Sox. So I hope everybody's doing well tonight, by the way, as I just go through with this. And let's see, for Chicago, we're going to probably have to use U.S. Cellular, which is what we use. So a good mix of the old and new, I guess. Kansas City. But somebody had asked me about Digital Skybox. And I can't remember who it was now. I think it was maybe Mick. It was probably Mick. So, okay. Kauffman Stadium. We're going to have some night games. That's okay, too. No, it's not domed. So if a ballpark is... Because you do have ballpark effects in this game as well. All right, Minnesota. I forget if I even have something from Minnesota. I should have probably done all the ballparks and gotten them in here before doing this, but you know what? It's just so easy to do. Yeah, there's boy, that's an old one here, Metropolitan Stadium. Let's see, what else can we find here? Yeah, that looks like is what we're gonna have to use. Is I didn't install Target Field yet here or anything like that. So, and that's fine. Oh, there we go. Here's one for a couple. There we go. That looks nice. There we go. Now we do have target field. Yay! Okay, good. And then St. Louis. This is the St. Louis Browns, so I'm going to look for Sportsman's Park here. And once I can get these assigned, we can do a game. All right, where are you? Where are Sportsman's Park? Please tell me you're there. There you go. So there we go. There's Sportsman's Park, and it's that easy. The other thing is this game does have, just like Action PC and Out of Park Baseball, there's a lot of menus and a lot of things going on in this game. People get afraid of it, but I'm telling you, there is no need to be afraid of this. Aaron, who everybody knows is sightless, was navigating this game within 2 days. So it's got a great help file. It's got the best schedule generator, I think, of any baseball game. It's just fantastic. So you can really get into just setting up your own stuff. And we got another comment here. You got a couple of Minnesota parks. Good for you, Aaron. Good for you. All right, let's move on here to California. California. So, man, we are so close to baseball season. Oh, man, I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. Let me see. Do I got a California park? I might have to go back and I might have to just put. Were they in? No, they weren't in Enron for a while. What am I thinking of? That's in Houston. This could be a problem. So I do have this ballpark, but I don't have it in my directory. So I'm going to have to just pick something for the Angels and come back and fix this later. I just want to get fields in so that we can start playing. And yes, Philip, I do have Crosley Field, and that's who we'll give the Mets to. How's that sound? Yeah, well, geez, I wish I had Anaheim Stadium in here. Again, my apologies, guys, for not getting all these in. I thought I'd copied them all over, but I didn't. So I'm going to just try to find something. Oh, that's not going to pass. Just something close. Something close. Just to play. Just to play. Oh my God. Can you believe it? All right, I'm going to go into my Google Drive. This is driving me nuts. Yeah, Edison Field, but unfortunately, Edison Field not in here. So I've got to open Google Drive where I keep all my stuff, and hopefully I put it up there, man. So let me see just really quickly here. So baseball, yeah, and let me see, player database. So much baseball stuff in here, it's ridiculous. See if I can find, just find it. I know it's the most, it's not, this isn't exciting, I know that, and I'm sorry. I really am. And if not, I've got it on a CD somewhere, and if that's the case, I'm not going to worry about it tonight. I'm really not. I'm looking through subdirectories and everything, like just crazy. So let's go back to baseball, and I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, and I'm sorry. Let's go to ballparks. Did I put them in this separate ballparks directory? Because I know I saw them, or saw it, and then I can show you how that works. There's Great American Ballpark, which I could definitely put in there for the Reds, but we'll go with Crosley. Why not? Yeah, there's a lot more ballparks here I haven't put in, so I should probably do that, right? But what I'm looking for here is a DIB file. So DIB it's like a Windows bitmap, but it's a little bit more. There's Enron. Okay, well, no, that's the INI file. So there's two ballpark files that you have to kind of deal with here. Let me just see if I find it here, and if I do, I'm going to download all of these too. So there's Target and blah blah blah. And I know some people wonder, like, why the hell do you even come on here and do this stuff? Well, it's because I want to. I figure if I'm doing it, maybe somebody can learn something here. I don't know. let's see if Enron works here. I'm going to be like scrolling through this all day. I found the big directory now. I think this is it, but I'm not sure. So let's do this. Back to the top. I might need Municipal Stadium, but we'll see. Let's just go to here. All right, and let's go ahead and download these. So zipping 238 files, and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing here in a second, guys. In fact, I'll bring this over here now so you can see. All right, so it's zipping everything up from Google Drive. Let me go back to the chat so that we can see what's going on. Bunch of ballparks, if that's what you're looking for. You got a bunch of ballparks. Good for you, man. That is awesome. So let's call this. I think I have one that's already baseball. Yeah, so I'm going to do BBW Parks 2 on this so that I don't get confused. Oops, Parks 2. Zip, and we're just going to save it right to the old desktop. Boom. And then we're going to go to its folder. And then all you do, and this has to do with Ballparks too, is we're going to go down to that BBW Parks 2, right click. Now I use 7-zip. I don't suggest using the decompressor that comes with Windows. Rather get something like 7-zip. 7-zip will open everything. So these are going to get all, there we go. All right, now once you have those into a directory, open them, okay, and you're going to just Control A, select all of them, Control C to copy, then where ballparks reside is pretty easy. Go to C, Users, Public, Documents, APBA Games, Baseball, and then just click on Ballparks, right click or Control V, whatever you want, do paste, and has 141 files. Let's go ahead and skip those. All right, now I need to exit out of Google Drive, and if I still haven't found Edison, I have other directories that I'll look for, but I do need to jump out of this and back in. Okay. All right, and back in, and let's see if we get lucky this time. So you got them all from that app. Yeah, and I could just go and grab it too if need be, but I also have, I know I have it somewhere, but let me see what we got. See if our oh my goodness, there we go. Now I've got all the old dead ballparks in here and stuff like that. There's, we'll use Angel Stadium of Anaheim. That's a kind of a weird looking one. But we might have to use that just because, you know, there's Enron. There we go. There we go. Or no, it's Enron. You said Edison. I'm sorry. Blah. Boy, you'd think I would listen. There we go. Edison Field. There we go. Now the Angels have a home. Boom. All right. Yeah, so you always replace instead of skip. It depends on my mood. But yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. That actually is a better thing to do. So Oakland, we're going to look for the Coliseum because the Philadelphia A's need to have their own ballpark. Okay, there's Oakland Coliseum. And a not bad looking Oakland Coliseum, if I do say so myself. Okay. So pretty easy. Let's go to Seattle. And again, you're going to Rules and Team Home Field for the Seattle Mariners. And I think we'll put them in the old, I don't know if we should put them in Kingdome or Safeco. I hate domed stadiums. I hate them. And since the Kingdome doesn't seem to be in here, I guess we're not going to worry about that, are we? I believe they're in Safeco now. Yeah, there's the Kingdome, but I hate dome stadiums. I really, really do. I hate them. So I believe they're Safeco Park. Yeah. Hey, Rabbit Wolverine. I'm sorry I had to, you know, I just sort of disappointed you about, and I know Safeco has the dome, but I'm turning it off. Sorry to disappoint you on season ticket baseball, but you're in a great place to ask people If there's some folks here that have played season ticket baseball, I've heard nothing but great things about it. Ah, and speaking of which, there will be a Baseball Mogul 2026 that's going to be, I think, released on the 27th of this month, and there's going to be a 40% off coupon. I'm going to buy it. I buy it every year, even though I really think Clay should retire it. I do buy it every year. We'll see what kind of improvements are coming. Okay, we've done the American League and what it's calling, or what we're calling the American Association. So, well, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, I've just, yeah, I know you're saying trying to figure some things out. I would be of no help at all. So one of the reasons that I play Strat Max and Pocket Pennant Run is because I simply don't have the real estate here. I'm staying with my friends right now, and all my earthly possessions are here in one room. So not only computers, but I'm also a big board gamer, and I don't mean like Monopoly. I mean stuff like Mage Knight and Sword and Sorcery and all that kind of stuff. Got that. I'm a voracious reader. There's also magic books in here, props, tons of decks of cards. I literally have no room to play any cards and dice baseball. So that's why I haven't bought it. Hey, there he is, Mike. Missed you all weekend, man. Was waiting to see if we could hook up, and I think I'd sent you a message or something. I don't know, but let's have you on some night here, maybe this weekend if you can, and do a Yankees game as he says hello familia. So Mike's spelling it in the Spanish way, which is good, but there's two ways to do it in Italian. So here's one, and this means family, familia, and the G in it, but it's silent. Silent. But I also refer to you guys as a borgata. A borgata is another word for family, but that one is more used with the mafia. So I do interchange the two. So familia and borgata. So Casarich Miguel, huh? What do you say? So it's great to see you, Mike. So Mike is doing right now, or last night, he's doing a franchise best tournament. Last night was Yankees versus Mets. So gonna have to keep on board with Mike to see when in his project he's going to be playing against my beloved Pirates. So you're hooked on that game. You know, I've never tried National Pastime Next Generation Plus, and I really should. I really, really should. Familia it is. Mike's got the Italian spelling down. All right, there we go. Yeah, I've never played it, man. Again, because unless I guess there's a way to play it digitally. I don't know, like where the cards are just on there and they're like maybe an Excel spreadsheet. I don't know. But yeah, I would like to get on there. Have I played APBA? Do you mean APBA Go or what I'm showing here? Which app are you talking about, Rabid Wolverine? Because I mean, the answer is why am I showing that? The answer is I've played them both. Oh yeah, This is the computer. I'm showing you the computer game right now, and it is one of my all-time favorites. Ernie Harwell announces the games, and it's an incredible game because there is an online. There's a web version called APA Go, which I was subscribing to for a while, but I found that StratMax just absolutely whoops it. So FSBL is your way of is your way. It's your way of doing strat with a salary cap and doing rosters. I like that. That's cool. National Pastime Next Generation is basically Apple but better. I've heard that. Clinton Parks, big fan of National Pastime 3 and National Pastime Next Generation Plus. So APA PC is amazing. There's no animation, really. It has a little rudimentary scoreboard, and the players will like boop from one base to the next. But as far as the presentation goes, it's like listening to a baseball game. And it's really incredible technology for mid 1990s, first game of the reactive crowd. Ernie will remember hitting streaks and every. It's really a masterpiece. And I really wish John Herson would put some more love into it, but he wants APA Go to kind of be the epicenter of the APA universe, and what are you going to do? All right, for the Boston Braves, we're going to use one of these old ballparks here. So let's find that for them. So I'm glad I actually had to do this. So there we go, Braves Field, and there it is. Boom, done. So by the way, these ballparks that I'm showing here that you can see very small, these actually are from old time baseball, and I was almost going to do an old time baseball game tonight. But anyhow, so now they've got a place. Hey, Ron, he says, hello, family. He says, just talking to Christopher on Facebook, thought I wonder if Beatles, and here I am, yes. So welcome in, buddy. Rabbit Wolverine says, if I'm not rolling, I'm not playing. Yeah, so in APBA PC baseball, you're not rolling the dice. And in Strat Max, you don't roll the dice either, but Strat PC, you do roll the dice. And in APBA Go, you can roll the dice, but APBA Go is way too limited. And for it to be just to be a dice roller, just, you know, and actually you're rolling dice on Strat Max, but you're not manually rolling your own dice. They haven't added that yet, but I do think that's coming. But anyhow, it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. So it's great to see you, Ron. You're one visit away from having a blue shield. They used to be wrenches, now they're shields. All right, let's go to the Brooklyn Dodgers. The Brooklyn Dodgers, of course, going to get Ebbets Field, but I don't want to use the old-fashioned, I want to when I have like good photos of ballparks or whatever, I'd rather use those. So there's Ebbets, and there we go. It's got this kind of sort of skewed look to it, which is really cool. All right, and New York Giants. New York Giants, boy. Gotta have one for the New York Giants. And so the Giants are going to have the Polo Grounds, but I want to see which version of the Polo Grounds I might want to use. So I'm not really fond of that one. It does give you that old-timey look for sure, but I think in this one we're going to use just one of the ones from old-time baseball. So let's go back up there, and there's the Polo Grounds for New York Giants. Nice looking ballpark. There we go. Ron says, happy to be back. Had to watch the last couple on replay. Paul was fantastic. Paul's amazing. So, and I was hoping that you would catch that, Ron. And Paul said that you and he are friends. And I was hoping that you would catch that because I thought he did just an absolutely great deep dive into the Baseball HQ app, which is fantastic. Pocket Pennant Run, of course, is awesome. But Baseball HQ and the Baseball Toolkit, still, Pocket Pennant Run can't do what I want it to do. And I'm hoping it will happen eventually where I can create a league with teams from all, different teams throughout baseball history and have the schedule generate a schedule. Because I think it would be really fun. I've been dying to do something like that. And I'd actually considered Pocket Pennant Run for the McGreevy League when I was still trying to put it together, but the lack of a scheduler made that kind of difficult. And it doesn't have, it has, there's something Out of the Park Baseball has that no other baseball game has, and that's a player development lab. So that kind of shut Pocket Pennant Run away from that. But I love that game. The more I play it, the more I love it. I really, really do love it. All right, where is it? Where is it that the Beatles played the very first? There it is, Shea Stadium. Boop, there we go. All right, nice. If you join Digital Skybox and you have baseball for Windows, and it was going to take a little bit of work, but there is a way, an app of baseball. If you get the Fan Park Encyclopedia, I have an original Fan Park Encyclopedia, but there's a homemade one up on Digital Skybox. If you get that, run a virtual machine, and you can find like an XP virtual machine, run it within your computer, do what I did and buy just a cheap-ass laptop, which I still can't find the power supply for. And, I'm just running a virtual machine there. You can create pretty much anything you want in any season from 1871 to 1997. So out of the park is great. Yes, it is. Seems a lot better to shoot. Yeah, it looks better. It's yeah. Oof. So Mike is talking about a Sudoku puzzle, like solving a Sudoku puzzle. Oh, would I like to help you do a Pittsburgh roster? What you do is just choose OPS for the 9 starters, 8,500 max, and 6 in your bench. Can't be over 875 in OPS. Whoosh. Okay, so you're putting some limitations there. I'll help you. I mean, I guess we how to sort of figure out that point value because, I mean, I could rattle off right now. I could give you 9 players, but I think they're going to go over that 8,500 max that you're talking about. But I could easily give you a starting pitcher and 8 position players right now without even thinking. Now, that being said, Mike, you're probably going to need years because unless are you using the career historical disc in Strat, or are you doing this by season, like their best season? Is that how you're doing it? So a salary cap that you've set up. So to help me a little bit, how? Okay, so 8 starters, DH and a DH. Okay, so with your salary cap, what's Hannes Wagner worth? Okay, best seasons. I can even do that for you. So, but I need a little guidance so I can work on this for you. And I can give you a little cheat sheet here, and we can even look at the roster for the Pittsburgh Pirates here so you can see. But what's Hannes Wagner? What would his salary cap be? Because I mean, you can't have a Pirates team without Wagner if you're talking franchise greats. It's just impossible. And while Mike is working on that part of the Sudoku puzzle, we are going to continue to Atlanta now. So again, you already saw that we did the Boston Braves, now the Atlanta Braves. So the Atlanta Braves will comprise also I believe the Milwaukee Braves are actually folded in with Atlanta. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I put this thing together. So anyhow, Atlanta Braves should have Fulton County Stadium hiding in here somewhere. I hope. I don't want to have to go looking for it. And there it is. Fulton County Stadium. Boop. Done. And we are almost done. Well, yeah, we're sort of almost done. All right. Florida. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of their ballpark. Jeez. Marlins. What's the name of Aaron, what's the name of the Marlins park, buddy? I have no idea. Blah, 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 blah. Don't tell me I don't have that park. Okay, a lot easier to work with than Mike. You just need lottery numbers, preferably winning numbers. So I'm working on a magic effect right now that I'm really hoping is going to land some gigs. It's going to be like the strongest magic effect I've ever done. It's pretty crazy, and it has to deal with predicting the lottery. And it's really strong. There, Marlins Park. Boy, that was easy enough. Weird looking angle, but we'll take it. All right. So now the Phillies, we got to decide. We want to put the Phillies in the Baker Bowl, or do we want to put them in Citizens Bank? I'm thinking Citizens Bank. Loan Depot. Loan Depot. That doesn't tell me a lot. What I really need to know, just for guidance, is since there is a salary cap, what? Oh, of course we're friends, Ron. Yeah, you just need. Yeah, exactly. I may actually. I was thinking about starting a magic channel, and if I do, I'll let you guys know about that because I need something to promote my magic anyhow, and that will be one of the things that you guys will see. And this thing fooled the crap out of me. Okay. Hey, man, I had a great day, brother. Hope you did too, man. And thank you so much, man, for being on last night. JT, I'd have you on every night if I could. Seriously. So, 1908 Wagner is a 957. So, I'm trying to. Okay. So, Six on your bench that can't be. The ones on the bench can't be over 875. Is that right? Okay. Because, yeah. Gotta have Hannes Wagner, man. Gotta have Wagner. 1908 Wagner. That's a really good season for him. That's a really good season. I would say uh, I would say for right field you got to have 1972 Roberto Clemente. So there you go. The thing with the Pirates in right field is you have an embarrassment of riches. You got Clemente, you got Paul Wainer, you got Dave Parker, but I definitely say Roberto Clemente. If you want to make an iconic Pirates team trying to meet the salary cap, yeah. Fun chat, passionate but fanatical about not making things personal. Yeah, and it didn't get personal, which was really cool. I mean, you and Mark, it was a good spirited discussion. You guys, in fact, it was amazing because I tried to get some questions in, and you guys were very, very, very focused, and I really like that. And at the end of the day, like I said last night, man, I loved it so much because, and the guys too that were contributing in the chat, just shows our passion for this greatest of games. This greatest of games. All right, Philadelphia. Thanks, guys, for hanging out while I do this. It's kind of fun. Just chin wagging with you guys while I assign ballparks. There's Citizens Bank. And that will do it for the Phillies. And now the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates. We open against the Mets on Thursday. So, there we go. Where's PNC? They're going into PNC. There we go. And I guess we're going to be playing. I like PNC during the day. I just think that's such a beautiful vista. I know. I'm biased. I'm biased. What can I say? All right, we go to Cincinnati. We're gonna let Philip pick this. So Philip, it's either going to be a black and white Crosley Field or Riverfront or Great American Ballpark. You got three choices. I'm partial to the black and white Crosley. I actually have two versions of Crosley Field. 61, 72, only 820. So, I mean, I guess if you're going by OPS, when I put teams together like this, I try to think of iconic seasons. And 72, for obvious reasons, he hit 3,000. He made his 3,000 career hits, coming off of world championship teams. So, but yeah, I mean, if that doesn't blow your salary cap, 19. I mean, it's hard to find a bad year for Roberto Clemente. So you got him. If you got him, Clemente's good. All right. So let's go to center field. So center field, I'm going to suggest for speed and defense one of the premier center fielders of his day, Max Carey. Max Carey is just phenomenal. He was called Scoops because of his brilliant center field play. Okay, basically saying 820 is paying minimum salary. Okay, so pick. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Again, Max Carey though, I think should be your center fielder. Lloyd Wainer, a bit higher batting average. Al Oliver is going to give you a little bit more power, but Max Carey has speed and just supreme defensive capabilities. And was a pretty good hitter too, in terms of good place hitter. So you're going to want to put Carey up around Wagner. Yeah, Max Carey is a Hall of Famer. A lifetime 280 something hitter, but considered one of the great center fielders of his day, and even mentioned among great center fielders of all time, Max Carey. So, let me know what you think. So, I think your choices in center field are going to be you can choose between choose among Max Carey, Al Oliver, or Lloyd Wainer. So, I mean, the thing about center field for the Pirates is for their all-time great. I mean, you could also think about Andy Van Slyke as well, but I don't consider him an all-time great Pirate. He might be on the Pirates roster here. I have no idea. In fact, let's take a little break from the ballparks, and let's look at who I have on the Pittsburgh roster here. Okay, let's do that because that will help. That will help a little bit with choices and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and open this one. And let's go to the Pittsburgh Pirates, shall we? Shall we? And let's see. I don't even know if Max Carey's in this one. If not, he's getting drafted, that's for sure. All right, so here's what you got. Let me see. Who are the outfielders? Yeah, so Max Carey not in here, but definitely Max Carey should be somebody you should think about. Lloyd, again, Max Carey, Lloyd Wayner, Al Oliver for center. You're not going to go wrong with any of them. You already got Wagner at short. The problem with shortstop is you got the second, probably the second or third greatest shortstop of all time, also a Pirate, and that's Archie Vaughan. So what you could do, Mike, is you could play Wagner at third and Archie Vaughan at short. Ralph Kiner in left field. Yep. Bill Verdon, JT Dutch. Is your answer he was the Bucco center fielder for that 1960 World Champion team, and Verdon would go on to manage the Pittsburgh Pirates after Danny Murtaugh. Why isn't Danny Murtaugh in the Hall of Fame, by the way? What the hell? Yep, I got to bring in Max Carey. Is Max Carey in this list? Yeah, I shouldn't have answered. I should have left it up, brother, for others here, because I'm a Bucco fan. Where's Max Carey? Because Max Carey's getting signed, damn it. If I can't find him on here, I'm going to import him. You can believe that. Where is Max? There's Max. There he is. Got to make him a Pittsburgh Pirate is what. That's what we're going to do. But I can't sign him from here. But we are going to sign Max Carey, definitely. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. D. Scott Howard has a question. And I have an answer. I hope. So, yes, but Ron is right. You got to have Ralph Kiner out in left field. Yeah, Murtaugh had 1,115 wins and 2 rings, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. Danny Murtaugh was a brilliant manager, and you got to remember, man, Danny Murtaugh. I mean, he the Pirates, except for 1973, man, you start in the Pirates, like the 70s, the 1970s Pirates. Good God, the Pirates had been up until the recent ugly years. The Pirates were a perennial powerhouse. The league manager can't be open at the same time, Aaron. So yeah, I saved it. We're good. Because I went over and it just said that the save was grayed out. So, okay, note to self, add Max Carey to the Pittsburgh Pirate team. Because right now, I only have one center fielder, and that's Lloyd Wayner. Which ain't bad, he's a Hall of Famer. Now the park, does clicking infield in actually increase the chance of a double play? No, the infield in is going to increase the chance of cutting the runner off at home. And no, it's not cosmetic. So it will increase the chance of getting the runner home if you want to play the infield back double play depth. But yeah, it actually does. There's very little in out-of-the-park baseball that's just cosmetic. It will increase the chances, but do I have an actual hard percentage to give you? No. But it definitely, it does increase the chance of running, of getting the runner at home in that kind of situation. Danny Murtaugh did have 2 stints with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yep, he did. Yes, so you meant double play depth. Yes, it will increase the chances to turn 2. Yep, it definitely does. Like I said to you guys, when I play out of the park offline, I manage the games. When I play them on here, I let the computer do everything. But it definitely does. It's not just cosmetic. Danny Murtaugh, great manager, not in the Hall of Fame. And I'm not just saying this as a Pirate fan. He should be there. Now, another option for you, Mike, and I haven't forgotten about you, is, so with Wagner, why Wagner is such a valuable player is he could play, especially every infield position, brilliantly. People talk about him as being the greatest shortstop of all time. He was also brilliant at second, at third, at first. So if I was constructing this team, I would have I would split time with Arky Vaughn and Pie Trainer, so you could write for lefty righty type stuff. So you could have Trainer for your first baseman against lefty and Arky Vaughn against righties. And when you have Arky Vaughn in the game, put him at third and put Wagner at short. Would I be upset? No, it's your team, dude. I wouldn't at all. You can put Hannes Wagner anywhere, man. The only thing he didn't do, I think, was pitch. I think that's the only thing it was either pitch or catch is the only position. And the reason that Wagner was a utility player when he came from the Louisville Colonels to the Pittsburgh Pirates was because he was so good at every position. So you could play him. Tommy Leach, Tommy Leach was a very good, unfortunately forgotten ball player, but borderline Hall of Fame. Tommy Leach said that he said, and the thing about Old Hannes is not only was he the greatest shortstop in the league, he's also the greatest first baseman, second baseman, third baseman. You can play him anywhere. So Trainer 19, yeah, you can play. Yeah, I mean, Pie Trainer was considered the greatest third baseman in the game, really for decades. Trainer was quite an excellent player. He really was. You had a hidden ball trick that happened at third base and out of the park. Cool. Yeah. So if you play Hannes Wagner at first, here's be my only question, Mike. So if you're going to put Wagner at first, where are you going to put Willie Stargell? Because Willie Stargell should be your first baseman, I think. Put Stargell at first, because you got to have Ralph Kiner out there in left. You really do. You got to have Ralph Kiner in left because you need that power. And Ralph Kiner, again, I don't know if anybody's passed him, but he was second only to Babe Ruth in home run frequency. And Kiner's got serious pop. So, Pirates have always been blessed with great outfields throughout their history. So, that's if I was putting the team together, I would have Willie Stargell at first, Kiner in left. I'd play Wagner at short, Vaughn at third, but platoon him with Pie Trainer. And you could always give Hannes some rest or whatever, but Arky Vaughn could play a couple different positions, but Wagner could pretty much play them all. So you're not going to go wrong anywhere with him. Second base, boy, this is a tough one. So you got George, and I'm looking here, and I would have named them without even looking at this roster. George Grantham, a forgotten superb player. And then you got, of course, Bill Mazeroski. Bill Mazeroski, perhaps, well, no, not perhaps, one of the greatest defensive second basemen of all time. But George Grantham was solid. So, Kiner is a serious problem. So, what I would do in that case is I would probably that's also where you could have Stargell on your team. So the other way that you could do it would be if you wanted to have play Wagner at first, play Arky Vaughn at short, play Pie Trainer at third. All right, put Willie Stargell out in left field on days that maybe you're starting. Not that Willie Stargell was a great left fielder. If you want a serious, oh yeah, a double play combo of Mazeroski and Wagner. Oh man, that would be deadly. That would be deadly. So, so with the Bucks, you got Grantham at second. I mean, but we're trying to just start with your starter. So I would probably bring I would have Bill Mazeroski as my starting second baseman. Hey Mark, how you doing? Then for left field, because you can Willie Stargell can play first base and he can play left field. Um, but you need Kiner's power. The Pirates are a good mix of power and speed if you look at them as an all-time great franchise. Um, and you can see, and on purpose, he's not on here. Omar Moreno, not an all-time great Pirate. Um, but Again, this is only going up to 1997. But I can also tell you that your catcher should be Manny Sanguillen. I know some people would argue Smokey Burgess, but I think you have a definite edge with Sanguillen because he could also steal some bases. Smokey Burgess, not too fast on the base paths, but Sangy was. So, as far as Kiner goes, um, unless you say screw it, power over defense. I think the thing is what Tony La Russa says. You're really going to be strong up the middle, and Pirates in center field. Whether you go Max Carey or Paul Wainer or Al Oliver, you're pretty good. Of those three, defensively, Max Carey is by far the best center fielder. Jason Kendall's not bad. I would take Manny Sanguillen over Jason Kendall, though. I really, really would. Yeah, JT says he would play Archie ahead of Pie Trainer at third and twice on Sunday. Well, because and again, Archie Vaughn could do it. You can also play Wagner at third. You're not losing anything. Wagner was an excellent third baseman, too. So, yeah, man, it was really fun. Spirited chat. Yeah, you guys, man, Mark and JT, you guys were awesome. So no, what you're looking at is Mike wants to create, and actually I should have brought it up in Action PC Baseball, which I'm going to do. Actually, let's bring it a little bit more modern. So let's close out this, and let's bring up Action PC Baseball, and let's look at what it has to say. The one in Out of the Park Baseball I'm working on, so I don't really want to show that one. Okay, and let's see what Dave Cook cooked up here. Let's go to season. Season, thank you. And I don't have everything installed here, but I do think I have an all-time great franchise in here somewhere. Is it this one? No, I think this is the one that Richard Dombrowski did. I want to find the one that goes with the baseball history collection, so bear with me a minute until I find it. It's somewhere in here. God forbid if I would ever install everything on here. Holy moly. Is it this one? It might be this one. Let's see. Let's see who's with the Buccos here. Let's look at hitters. So I don't agree with all of this. Obviously, Bonilla. Kyler should not be on this team. Kyler should be with the Cubs. But let's just go by names here. All right. See, now looking at this, we're seeing some different players that aren't on that APBA roster. Jake Beckley would be a fine first baseman, but then you would have to ask what. So you could play Beckley at first and Stargell in left, but you got the problem of you got two great power hitters in left field, Willie Stargell and Ralph Kiner. What are you going to do? You know. JT, thank you for that. Boy, does that get a comment? Does that get comment? Yeah, this isn't a 5-year franchise. This isn't 5-year franchise at all. This is put out. This is the one that comes with the baseball history collection and Action PC Baseball. And there's a couple here that I would say no, obviously. And one of them, of course, but Archie Vaughn is such a great player. He is an inner circle Hall of Famer, great player. Bonilla should not, with the right field that the Pittsburgh Pirates, he shouldn't even be on this team. I think I'm going to give him to the Mets, actually. If I ever do something with this league, I think I'll give Bobby Bowe to the Mets. They can have him. Fred Clark, here's another great left fielder. So you get the left field glut with the Pittsburgh Pirates when you've got Kiner, Clark, and Stargell. It's really tough in left field to pick who's going to be your starting left fielder there. So it looks like we got first covered. So we got if you do Willie Stargell at first base, and Maz at second. But I think you should have George Grantham come off the bench, so he could be your other second baseman. I say play Archie Vaughn at short and play Wagner at third, and then have Pie Traynor maybe come off the bench. Right field should be Clemente, and I think your backup right fielder should be Dave Parker. Center field, it's up to you. Max Carey for defense and speed. Al Oliver for some power. Or Paul Wainer, also superb defensive center fielder who had a higher batting average than Max Carey, but Max Carey was a base stealing demon. Tony Pena, yeah. He learned baseball from his mom. So you come on, you can come on now. You know it's like you come on. You come on and talk some baseball. That'd be fine. And if you want to do a game, we'll just do a game that doesn't have sound, and that's fine. I just have to unshare and reshare. So did Pena have enough years with the Pirates though? So that's why, like when Dave Cook created this thing, Kai Kyler had one or two more seasons with the Cubs than he did with the Pirates, and really belongs with the Cubbies. And he might even be on. The bad thing about this one, yeah. See, there's doppelgangers in this, so I would want to go through and clean this up. I don't like doppelgangers in all-time great leagues. I don't. If you're playing different teams from different years, different seasons, that's fine. But I don't want Rogers Hornsby on the Cubs to be grounding out to Rogers Hornsby on the Cardinals. That's just personal taste. Hazen Kiki Kai Kyler, actually. It's Kai not Kiki. Yep. You'd pick him anyway. All right. So let me see. Mark, I won't a second, Mike. Mark has Stargell at first, Maz at second, Vaughn at short, Wagner at third, Kiner in left, Oliver in center, Clemente in right, Sanguillen catching, and your starting pitcher, Paul Skeens. There you go. That's a tough Bucko team. Again, you are. It's not that. Again, I don't know what I could bring up Strat Max and see what Kiner's card looks like or what he's like defensively, but that power and Al Oliver and any of the center fielders that you have for the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to be able to help Kiner out there and left because Oliver, Max Carey had incredible range out in the field, as did Lloyd Wainer. So name a better Pirates pitcher. So in his first couple years, I can't really name any. But a definite Bucko pitcher that I'm going to have on an all-time great Pirates team all the time is Babe Adams. There's just, I mean, Babe Adams still holds Pirate records. He was probably all-time. Babe Adams was the, and I'm looking at the Cubs, of course, here. Babe Adams still holding Pirates records. He was a great player, great pitcher, really was. So I got Babe Adams all day on an all-time great Pirates team. Pirates are historically weak in pitching, so when you're putting together an all-time great Pirates team, understand that there is no Pittsburgh Pirate in the Hall of Fame as a pitcher, none. So Vic Willis is in the Hall of Fame, but he's in as a Brave. For instance, Pud Galvin, he's not in as a Pirate. Jesse Tannehill, not in as a Pirate. Deacon Philippe, I think, deserves. He's Hall of extremely good, if not Hall of Fame. But yeah. So pitching's going to be, well, not bad starters, just compared to other franchises. We didn't have great starters until Paul Skeens came along. Probably the best one, second to him, was Babe Adams. And I would take that 17-10. But again, this is the baseball history collection. This isn't, we would have to look for Babe Adams' season, and I could bring that up in Action PC Baseball. I've got all the seasons for this game, so. Cooper for pitcher. Yeah, Wilbur Cooper, fine pitcher. Again, don't go by these stats, guys. This is baseball history collection stats, so these are peak slice. Let me get Mike on here so we can talk some baseball for a few minutes. Anyhow, Mike can regale me with some Yankees. I'm going to stop the screen share and then share it back in because I do have to turn off. And I got JT up here. We're going to hide that just because I don't want Mike getting the terrible reverb. Okay, so let's stop it and let's share screen again. And this one and share. All right, and add to scene and hide that. Bernie always forgets to hide this. It drives me crazy. All right, and then I've got to invite Sports Time Machine, my good buddy Mike from out there in Utah land, who is a Yankees fan, by the way, but one of his favorite broadcasters, Greg Brown. Deacon Philippe did indeed pitch his arm off in the 1903 World Series, and Wagner was playing hurt, but the Bucks played tough in that series. All right, Mike, let me get you on.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hear me? Hello. Oh, sorry.
Nothing. All right, nothing yet. What is going on here?
I can hear you, Beatles. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I don't know if anybody else can hear me.
Mm.
That's the problem. Trying to figure this out. So one of my cats knocked out a mic last night, and I'm trying to get it back in, and I don't know why it's acting wonky like this. So, if anybody can hear me, just say yes. Besides Mike. And Mike, I've got you on the wrong thing. Okay, you can hear me? That's cool. But I got to make sure one other thing, Mike. I've got to fix something here. Okay, Mike, talk to me, buddy.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Can everybody hear Mike? Say hi to the mic, would you?
Hello, everybody.
What a voice. What a voice. Everybody says yeah. Mike, how you doing, man?
I'm doing quite okay. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right. So what are we doing here, Mike? What are we talking about? What are we doing, brother? Do you want to tell everybody about some of your projects that you're doing and stuff like that? Would you like that?
I can, but I'm here. I'm getting a kind of reverberation in the
Okay, let me check
background. So
something.
I'm almost hearing like my conversation coming back to me about 10 seconds later.
Do you have to mute YouTube?
Oh,
Yep. Yeah, just because I'll be able to hear you because you're in the studio. They'll be able to hear you, but you're hearing feedback from YouTube.
oh, let's see.
Just if you go to that YouTube, you can click on the screen or just hit M, and that should mute YouTube.
Okay, I'll just hopefully quiet that. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, let's go.
All right, cool. All right, so Mike, welcome
Well,
aboard, man.
what started?
What's that?
No problem. What's what kind of started? What kind of started this? And that's a friend of mine. Why we're doing this league where we're trying to do an 8,500 based OPS salary cap with the Stratomatic. And what I wanted to do on this as a side venture was do this as a franchise best thing, where
Okay.
everyone had to be represented by wearing the same uniforms as the Pirates, the Yankees, the Mets, whatever I was doing. And it's
Okay.
really it puts your mind to like I said, it helps. It's kind of like a Sudoku puzzle
Uh-huh. These are fun. In fact, I love doing
because
these
you're
and
trying to place guys and different things.
yeah. So there's two great books. I don't know if you have them. One is called Rob Dyer's Big Book of Baseball Lineups, which is superb, and another one is called Now Taking the Field. You can get these super cheap on eBay. I don't know if
Yeah,
you know the books
now
or not.
taking the field. I think I got now taking the field when it first came out because I
Big
read
fat
about
book.
it, and it
Yeah.
was it's an absolute. It was one of the best reads I've read.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing it does that I don't agree with totally is it
Good night,
believes
Mark.
in in the doppelgangers, but
Yeah. That's the thing. But so when I create these, so when I come across players like Kyler, because you could you could flip a coin with Kyler. But I really think he belongs with Chicago Cubs because he has, I think, two more seasons with the Cubs. But he had a great career with the Pirates and a great career with the Cubs. But the other thing is, you're spicing it up by putting in that salary cap, and so that's why I was asking. Okay, if you take Wagner and Clemente, I mean, how much you gonna have left for your budget? Archie Vaughn should be worth a lot too. He's, as JT said, he's really underrated. People talk about great shortstops, and they go from Wagner to Ozzie Smith, and they kind of forget this Archie Vaughn guy, who is a seriously good player, obviously in the Hall of Fame, and not because he was, just happened to be tutored by Hannes Wagner. He was a great player. But I think most non-pirate fans, knowledgeable baseball fans, know about Archie Vaughn, but even I know a lot of pirate fans are like, oh yeah, I forgot about him because it's just Hannes Wagner. So
yeah,
anyhow,
Archie Vaughn ends up being a little bit of an issue, but I'm still gonna I still want him on the team. Is
well,
because
so what?
he was a 1098. He was a 1098 in 35. That's probably
So
one of the best years that carded for him that's
right.
out there.
So is that an issue because of how much he would cost, or because
That's how
you're
much. Oh,
really
that's how much. Well, yeah, that's how much he would cost. He probably would be one of the highest. He'd probably
right?
be one of the highest in the game, probably at that.
Yeah, Crusader, welcome in. First book mentioned is called Now Taking the Field. It's a fat book. You can get it for practically pennies. eBay is your friend for good old baseball books. And the other one is Rob Nyer's Big Book of Baseball Lineups, and they work really, really well. In fact, each references the other. In fact, I think Now Taking the Field, he references Nyer's book a lot, but they're both good. If you go to eBay, you can find these books for like $3, $4. I picked up the very final edition of Total Baseball, the one with Barry Bonds on it, for $9, and it looked like the book was never opened. So if you guys are looking for the good old baseball books, go to eBay, man. Yeah, you're welcome, Crusader. So we're talking about these pirates here, and yeah, I mean, you're gonna pay for Vaughn. He's that good. Could you think of like Yankees, for instance, that have been kind of forgotten? Because I think every team has players like that, where it's like, oh yeah, that guy, Hall of Famer, whatever. I know the Yankees' most high-profile team in baseball. I get that, but there's got to be some Yankees out there that maybe it's kind of hard. I like so. Let's go back one. So you are a Yankees fan. That had to be a hard team to put together for you because there's so many great New York Yankees. How do you? How did you? I mean, again, you have your salary cap, but you had to make some decisions there. I'm guessing
Well,
Bernie Williams probably.
I really went to the league minimum on about three guys, and then I went high
Okay.
power on the other guys on my roster. So I was able to get 4,000 OPS guys on my team by going
So is
cheap with the
so
catcher and the third baseman, shortstop kind of thing.
so DiMaggio's the center for you, right?
He actually is not. If you watched the game
You're
last
playing the
night,
Mick. You're
my
playing the
nine,
Mick.
yeah, yeah, I was playing Mick. I'm
Okay.
playing right now. My nine is Munson, which only cost me 813. Then I'm using the 33 Garrick, which is at 1030.
Okay.
I'm using the 80 Randolph, which again is like 836 again, but it gives me good defense, good bat. A
Mm-hmm.
2009 Jeter, which is like 871. An 829 Nettles and 77 again, just to keep it cheap. And then the outfield, I went high hog with Ruth and 33 for 1023. Mantle and 58 for 1042. And I took last year's Judge at 1145. And then as a DH, I took just a 908 Bernie Williams just to round it out. I still had like three points left when I did that.
Wow.
So and they play well.
It's
There's
fun.
always that, could they be better or worse? But
Oh, absolutely. I just think, for that, another one is going to be, I mean, the younger franchises are going to be easy. But imagine too, right? So look at somebody like a club like the Giants. You're going to have difficulty there. Even the Pirates. I think if you look at what Mark put up there, that Pirate nine that he put up, I think is going to take you over your budget if you're doing as a again, there, the Stargell at first base, Maz at second, Vaughn at short. Wagner's got to be damned expensive. Um, Connor, Oliver, Clemente, Sanguillen, and then Paul Skeens. That's an expensive team. So if you want to cut costs, if Archie Vaughn is an issue of the two, I think you got to take Hannes Wagner, and then you could probably get Pie Trainer cheaper than you can Archie Vaughn. How about that? Or even Bill Madlock. Although I don't know if Madlock. Oh, lost Mike again. Let's get him here. You back on. So I don't know. You cut out, Mike. I don't know if you. What you could do is if Archie Vaughn would be a problem cost wise, don't take Archie Vaughn. Get maybe you can get Pie Trainer cheaper and have him play third, or Bill Madlock, depending upon if you want Madlock as a pirate or not, though.
well, Vaughn is the shortstop on that team at the 1098, and Trainer wasn't too bad. It was like a 930 and 30 or something like that. So that's
Trainer was a great
you know
third baseman. Yeah.
yeah, and he is considered to be a one,
Right.
so he'll give you good defense on a solid year. So yeah, and then if you want to
So,
put Wagner at first for his bat and his speed and
uh,
everything else, that works out well too. And he's again low cost, so it kind of will help pay for Wayner. When I was playing my league with a buddy of mine, I was using Paul Wayner in right field too, his
that is an
27
excellent
season.
choice.
So
Paul Wayner was great, man. I mean, it's tough. It's really, really tough, and especially having having the salary cap that you do. Um, I mean, I'm just thinking, looking, I mentioned the Giants first. I mean, you're going to have, because when you start looking at teams that also have premium pitching, which the Giants had, you're looking at Mathewson and Hubble and Marichal. Oh my God,
well,
right?
you want to hear how I do pitching. It's a little
Good
bit
night,
different.
Ron. Thank you. Go ahead, Mike.
If I When I do pitching, I do it based on only I'm saying a 27 starter cap. So
Okay,
in war. So you're not going to get 10 here for all your starters. You're going to have to probably, and I try to do three righties, two lefties.
right.
So your staff won't be super dominant. And then I have another 10 war based on their bullpen guys, for another six more guys.
Yeah. It's going to be that's going to be a fun task for you doing. Now, are you going to be doing all 30 franchises? Or are you just going to be doing,
I'm gonna try to do as much as I can. I was working on Detroit earlier when had some time, and then, they were gonna start being fun too. So again,
yeah,
kind of on
Detroit's,
hold.
that's my favorite American League franchise. I love the Tigers. And they're not going to be, I'm just going to bring up again, we'll just do it in action PC baseball. And good God. So, I mean, you got to play Norm Cat whatever year, but
Uh,
you can't have the Tigers without Ty Cobb. That's a given. You just have
nope.
to have Ty Cobb.
Yeah, I decided I want to go kind of high hog on Ty and do that. But if you yeah, Norm Cass, no, I'm not of a Jewish faith, but they're probably one of the greatest hitters in probably Jewish history. He's at first base, and he's almost 1100
Hank
too.
Hank
Hank,
Greenberg.
Mr. Greenberg, correct?
So you're going to go with Greenberg at first?
Yeah,
Good.
Cash's cards have a tendency of being too righty heavy on his side. At least the one year he did have. Greenberg kind of mashes
Okay.
both sides and had a better, and that's where I look at things too.
Greenberg was wicked, wicked bat. What about Harry Hallman? Is he going to make the cut? Hall of Famer?
I'd like to, but I think the problem was going to be is fitting once you get Greenberg and once you get Cobb in that lineup,
Yeah.
trying to get another big bat to try to kind of put him in there. Let me see if I could find
You
the.
could play Willie Horton. You could get Willie Horton fairly cheap.
I was looking at him as a possible DH of '67 season where he really kind of annihilated lefties.
Hmm.
And if I do that, I can cut some stuff off to do that.
How about Sweet Lou at second? He could be expensive though.
I was actually looking at I was looking up a Pasolito Polanco, a little bit cheaper,
Okay.
and taking a Carlos Guillen at short again just to save money instead of the why people will be yelling for the Charlie Geringers, who's
Oh,
again going to be like a 930, 940, or a Whitaker or a Trammell.
all right. What about
So
a third? How about George Kell?
that's where I have George Kell at. Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
definitely.
again, not astronomically high, just just kind of enough
Yeah, but
to
he's
fit
a
what I
high
need.
average hitter, so and good defense, George Kell. I actually talking. I should have Strat Max up here, and we can look at some of these cards. Looking at this doesn't make any. It looks this is good at a glance, but then we could look at Strat Max, because I'm guessing with you, I've seen. It blows my mind when I watch you play Strat PC, and I'm looking at this never-ending scrolling of seasons. So, do you have pretty much everything for that game, or not, or close?
No, I have from 1960 on
Okay,
with a couple holes, and then I have also 54, 30, which is one of my favorite seasons. I also have
great season.
1920 also.
Nice. Okay.
What's
So,
what's nice with Strat, if I can, if what, and that's why I kind of subscribe to Max. If I want to make a card, I
you can.
can, so I can also do that also.
I love and I love Strat Max. I love it to death. That I Appa Go has a long way to go to get to where Strat Max. And I know Strat Max has its issues, but Strat Max plays well. It's so nice that you can bring up a player in Strat Max and look at all of his cards throughout his entire career. I love that. I think it's just great. I think they had manual dice rolling. Fix some of the things you talked about. They got it's a great baseball game, and I don't mind paying what it's $19 a month or something, or $20 a month. You know, it's Strat Max is awesome. As you've heard, the reason I'm not a fan of the PC game is I don't like the interface, and I don't like the fact that I would have to buy the game every year to play a new season. I had a bad experience with Strat as far as that game goes. It's a good game, but and I didn't put the money you put into it, but I sunk about $400 in that game, man. And Strat was really crappy about me wanting. I just wanted to transfer from one computer to another, and they weren't nice about it. Now I've heard they've gotten a lot better with customer service. So this was back, Mike, in about 2013, 2014. I wanted to do that. I'm like, come on, guys, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you get the new game if you want to get into new seasons. I mean, it's an $80 to $90 expense every year now. So
It's yeah, it's tough. But again, it's because I've got to credit you a lot along with Samuel Smith. But watching you just play Strat, I'm like, I really miss Strat. And it had been like a year or so since I checked out Strat Max, and Samuel was like, it's really cool now. You got to check it out. And watching you play, it's like, God, I miss it. And I do. I love Strat Max. It just plays so well. It's so intuitive. But anyhow, so yeah, for the Pirates, I don't know. I mean, I think you've got a pretty good handle on them. I really do. So, are you still with me? Yeah, there you are.
oh yeah, I'm still here. I got
Yeah.
you.
So are you going to go with Carey in center, or who do you want to go with in center field? So I don't know that we settled that one.
No, and the problem with Carry is, again, I want to try to reiterate with Strat. Not all the seasons. I know they're in Strat Max, but a lot of them are what's called computer generated seasons. If you look at them, you'll
Okay.
notice they're not what's called Stratomatic Super Advanced. They're not even in advanced. Strat does what's called a they literally took it and put it inside almost like a computer generator and spit out the card.
So is that
There's no research behind the season.
so that's the same with the Strat PC game as well for somebody like
That is
Matthew
same with
Perry?
the app. If you buy those seasons, they're not super advanced or advanced. They are almost computer
Okay.
generated seasons without the research.
Okay.
And Kerry has some good years I can grab from, but
Oh
his
yeah.
OPS is almost like 700 to 750, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to take anyone below an 800.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, but he can still be on the bench as a super fast guy and do that. And again has his same issues too. If you look at like a 71 Stargell, he can play the outfield in that year. It was really
Yeah.
good,
Mm-hmm.
but if you look at his splits, he's in the balance as a 6R that year,
Okay.
which means he absolutely obliterates right-handed pitching and can absolutely be pitched around. And what I try to do in this league I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to platoon at all, and only doing very rare
Okay.
pinch hitting. But that might change as I'm doing this. But still, it's just something I'm just kind of starting with.
Okay. So the one that
Let's
I
see.
so JT Dutch, are you talking about Strat PC gameplay or Strat Max? Which one? Because if you want Strat PC, the man that's on with me now, he's your Huckleberry. That's where you want to check out Strat PC gameplay. Strat Max, I do a bit of Strat Max, so I don't know which game you're talking about. So there you go. So the old franchise that I have problems with, and it's only because I need to learn more about them, is the Chicago White Sox. I mean, if you were to ask me right now who would be your starting nine for the White Sox, I couldn't tell you without actually cheating and looking at something like this. I couldn't. I really couldn't. I can name some great White Sox players. I don't know why that, because I love the original 16 franchises. For some reason, I always forget about the White Sox. Like Cubs, I can give you nine of the Cubs. I can definitely give you nine Cardinals. They're my second favorite National League team. Sorry, JT. Um, I'm a Brooklyn Dodgers fan, though, if that counts. Mike, get you back on here. Are you still there? Yeah. It keeps thinking you dropped out, but you haven't. So, um,
No, I'm still here.
yeah. So you're going to try to do all 30. That's great.
What is JT Dutch talking about?
Well, so he was saying which channel can he check out Strat gameplay, and I don't know if he's talking about the PC game or if he's talking about Strat Max. So that's what I'm just asking him, because if it's PC, he's got to come to your channel.
Like, like an example. Like an example, if I wanted to use that 71 Stargell that actually can play defense,
Right.
listen to these numbers for Stargell that year. Against righties, he was a 330, 446, 722. He was 1167 versus righties. Against lefties, he was only 243, 319, 485 for a, minimal 804 versus lefties. And if you look at the card, you wanted to pull up max, there is a huge difference in that card. You can absolutely, get a left-hander out there and pitch to him most of the time.
Oh, you want to stay away from platooning? I was going to say, because your answer
Trying to
would
sort of
probably
stay
be would
away
be
from it, but we can probably do it.
well. Then
And that
that's
would
where Kiner
definitely then
works
that
in.
and that's where a Clemente 61 would come in handy, which usually hits lefties better than usual.
Hmm.
So that that kind of might work out too. He might be able to play left or Wayner can play left and
Yeah. So
start
JT
and
Dutch, it's Sports Time Machine, the Mike that I'm talking to. He does his games on Strat PC, and he does a great job. makes it really fun. Mike's got that broadcaster voice. You're hearing him now in his non-broadcaster voice. When he's calling a game, he's damn good at it. He's damn good at it. So subscribe. It's Sports Time Machine. Mike, you have a shield in here, I think, if you want to just put a link to your channel in there so guys
Yeah,
can
I was gonna
subscribe. Please do.
do that. Yeah, I'll do that right now. Let's see.
Thank you, buddy.
I'll just do this. I'll just do this. It'll be a little bit easier. Where's your other channel? Right there, and I can just pop it
Yep.
in chat.
Have you ever done a tutorial on Strat PC, Mike? Because tutorials are really popular. And you've been playing it for ages. It might be good for you to maybe.
I've done them. I've done some stuff on it.
Okay. Because what I do is there you go. So guys, please subscribe to Sports Time Machine. I've repeated tutorials like different times, and people seem to like that. Because I don't want people digging through. I don't know. Like I have like 1,100 live broadcasts because that's mostly what I do now. I don't do recorded stuff anymore. And to have people try to dig through that, it's like, oh yeah, I showed this sometime back in 2023 on Action PC Baseball, but yeah. So he says, "Oh, I already follow you. Didn't recognize you by your voice." That's because when he's calling baseball, he's very different and great. Not that we don't like your voice now, Mike. So what else do you got going on in addition? Because you're a kind of a multi-project guy, and somehow you keep them all in order. Yeah.
Uh, it's what have I really what have I really done? I was doing a basketball project there for a while in between working and stuff like that. So that's been good. Got a lot of people watching it. The one day I did it, it was like almost like a 2 hour stream and wasn't bad actually. Came out really good. But
Good.
yeah, and also I've been starting my doing my '78 Yankee kind of
Yeah, the Ron
my
Guidry
Ron
thing.
Guidry telecast, which I kind of like a lot too. Going only kind of only playing his games and then kind of simming everything else.
Right. Right. The first person I
And
saw do that was Tim. He remember when he did the Rick Porcello, Corey Kluber thing. I'm sorry,
yeah,
Porcello.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm glad to have you on here. I want to do a game some night with the Yankees, and have you like do color, do whatever, if you wouldn't mind. I'd love.
No,
I'd be like really honored to have you on here, man. I really would to do a game.
I always find. Well, I guess I mean, I guess I'm looking at my computer. As long as I can follow the path of the ball type thing, and it's easy to, kind of not get lost type of thing. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all. I was worried about it when I'm looking at my computer getting lost by the be able to follow it and be able to call it. Sometimes with Strat, I can I can see a dice roll and I can already tell my head what's going to happen, and I can call the game quick and fast.
So we could
But if
do it
you're
with
watching
Strat
more of an
Max.
arcadish like action,
We
yeah,
just do a
you could
game in
probably do
Strat
that too.
Max. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do a game with sound because then you are going to get bounced back here, because when I'm sharing system audio, your voice becomes system audio. So if we would do a game, it would have to be, something like Diamond Mind, but let's do Strat Max because we could pick a season, whatever. It's easy enough to do. Or just pick two teams from where Strat Max has the super advanced rules or whatever, and just go with it. I mean, just because I know with Yankees lore and stuff like that. I mean, I can talk about Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig all day, but you can talk about Bernie Williams and Bobby Mercer and all these, because not that I don't like the Yankees, but I'm a Pirates fan, you know. And I love to have people on here. Like that's why Aaron loves the Reds, and so Aaron can tell stories about the Reds that I don't know, and it would be fun to have you on and talk about the Yankees. I mean, God, the most storied franchise in sports, not just baseball. So if you'd be willing to do that some night, I know you're busy with work, and I know you want to do your own broadcasting as well. But you're always welcome, always welcome.
Well, you could always pull up the 71 Pirates thing and see if the Yankees are. I mean, if they're playing competitive enough, we can always do one of
They
their games too.
they're in
So
second
that's
place,
fine.
and we could play it
There you go.
without sound in Action PC. We don't really need the sound, so that would be all right. We could do that. Yeah, I just got to assign Wrigley here. Boom, and we'll save this. So, guys, just for
There you go.
anybody that tuned in earlier, for anybody that plays baseball for Windows, this is how you assign ballparks. And we just got like five left or something. And I hate when it does that. All right, let me exit out of this and let's bring back Action PC Baseball for a minute. Because again, easy enough to this game is easy enough to play without sound. So let me switch seasons back to 1971, and your Yankees are doing pretty well. They're 3 games back of the Tigers right now, and let's see who
Yeah, they
they
played
would be
five. Yeah,
playing.
they're 500 that season. I'm just kind of surprised.
Yeah, they're doing a great job right now. Let me see who are they playing today. The Yankees. Oh, so this would be a good game too. They're hosting the Baltimore Orioles, and Baltimore 7 back of Detroit right now in the East, and they're moving up. Yankees are 71-42, and Detroit's at 73-38. So playing some pretty good baseball right now. Palmer and Kekich. I like. I mean, it's a pretty good lineup or pretty good matchup right now. I mean, Palmer's got a lot more starts. He's 15-5 right now. Kekich at 2.55 ERA. So that's who New York's playing right now.
So it's
If
so it's the wife. So it's the wife trader. You're telling me, Kekich.
Pretty much, yeah, yeah, yeah. We,
Yeah,
we
we
could
usually play.
skip.
We that's all right. We usually play with Fritz. That's kind of funny. We usually play with Fritz. So that was his work companion, I guess.
Right. So
So
yeah,
that's
it
it.
was. Yeah. So and there's just a lot of good matchups in this day. So I don't really want to autoplay this one because there's some good matchups, but there's also, you've got the Orioles and Yankees are in contention. The Mets and Braves are in contention right now on this day. So the White Sox and the Athletics also. We just did White Sox Athletics last night, but it was a good game. But yeah, so I mean, it can be really just any game, or we could. Uh, yeah, I don't know how much you understand Pocket Pennant Run, but even if you just wanted to do color, it'd just be fun to just have you on here and do that, man, and just talk about it. We could pick with, as you know, with Pocket Pennant Run baseball, all you just pick a date in baseball history, look for the available games, or play just any two teams against each other. It's pretty flexible that way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had a look at any gameplay of Payoff Pitch PC?
I love playing it. I mean, cards and dice again, like yourself. It just is the camera and hooking up a camera and all that that makes it
Right.
kind of difficult to play it.
Well,
Again,
but
I'm
I'm
not.
saying the PC version's nice.
The
It's
PC
nice.
version, yeah, and I
Yeah.
think I think I touched on it. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit pricey right now with and
Yeah.
you're only getting the current season with the Legends and Bust along with it. So it's like,
Well,
I guess I guess well, I guess the question was asked, if you have a season they don't have carded, can you still use it as a stat compiler,
yes,
or
yes,
you could?
you can, and it also works as a board game companion. I have
Okay,
to
that
say,
makes
at this point, it's not as good as Pocket Pennant Run or Action PC Baseball, though, as a board game companion. Not yet. It's getting there, but it's doing a lot of different things, and there is some talk, Mike, that they may give people a choice of a season that they have instead of 2025. I have no interest in playing 2025. So it'd be nice to pick your own season as an add-on to buying the game, says JT Dutch. A lot of people were kind of asking for that, and I hope they do. 2025 World Series would be the only thing I would replay in 2020. If I were doing a 2025 project to see if I could manage and get the Blue Jays to win, because they were damn close, damn close. But what was it? They left the bases loaded in the eighth in Game 7, and that was it. I knew the Dodgers were going to get them then. It was just it's over. But I mean, listen to the whole thing. But it was like, oh my God, you guys could have done this a little bloop, and you would have had the World Series. So yeah. So Mike, I never asked you this, but who's your second favorite baseball team? So after the Yanks, who's number two for you?
I grew up watching them. I mean, I mean, you have to realize I am originally from back
Right, you're a New Yorker or New
east,
Jersey, New Jersey.
I used to like, yes, I used to watch, I used to enjoy the Pirates back in the '70s when they played the Orioles. I followed them. I liked them. Um, Before they started to bang garbage cans, I really liked the Astros in the '80s when they played the Phillies in
Mm-hmm.
'80 and '86 too. A lot. I used to love them playing in the dome. Jose Cruz and them. So. Because
Okay.
when I was, like like we were talking or following in the chat, when
Mm-hmm.
I was in college in 19, around between '86 and '90, it was the Astros and Mets and stuff like that, and we're playing with the Earl Weaver baseball and the
Oh yeah.
encrypted Wheel of Death and all
Yep.
we're copying stuff out of Baseball Encyclopedia on either Tony La Russa or Earl Weaver and building our own team seasons or doing drafts then,
Oh yeah.
sneaking into
A lot of
empty.
fun.
I know a friend used to sneak me into it, basically an empty computer lab so I can spend like 4 or 5 hours just to sim games for it.
Oh yeah.
It used to be fun. I just had to avoid the old battle axe and the other one when she was around.
Glory days, brother. Glory days. Oh man, because I told you we used to, we had a league going on too, and the tough thing for us was the phonetic spelling in Earl Weaver baseball. Oh my goodness, we're like, oh, this is really cool, and then we got to, well, it should just sound like this, and it never did, and just never really got the phonetic spelling thing down. But it was always great to hear Stephen Hawking call ball games, though. It's kind of cool. Now batting, I can't do the voice. So now I know you're big as far as. Are there any purely digital baseball games that you like? Or are you strictly you pretty much hardcore cards and dice?
You mean Strat? You mean?
Right. So, but I mean, like, so I know that you play, I mean, Strat PC, but that's an adaptation. Are there any purely digital baseball games that you like? Just curious.
I mean, I have it's on my other computer. I like the Action PC.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of. I think it's fun. I mean, I played a new version of Full Count. That wasn't bad. So
Full
Full
Count's a
Count.
nice game. It's a nice game.
It does, and when I think his name is Jason Leonard, I think his name is.
Yes.
He's doing all the reboot work on it. So he's taking all the Lance Hafner stuff for in Lance's blessing. He's not dead like I think a lot of people thought he was.
Right. He's
I,
not, right.
no, I think he gave him the blessing to go ahead and recode it. So he's
Yeah.
recoded the basketball, which is really good, and he's recoded the football, and also the old full count baseball too. So.
And I love that Full Count Baseball has every season in history now, which is really nice. You're the one that told me about because I think I was talking on a broadcast one time that I said I never had a chance to play that game, and you sent me a message. You said the game's available. I'm like, what? And I was like, oh my, it's there. And then Samuel Smith told me where he got and just download it and bam, I mean, there's still some pathing issues involved with it, so I don't really think it's ready for season replays. But it's fun to just pick two teams and play them, because I never had a chance to play full count baseball. I would see it in magazines and stuff like that, but at that time I was playing micro league baseball and of course Earl Weaver. So here it is in 2020. Well, started playing 2025. So behind everybody else who was playing computer baseball games, finally playing full count, and I love it. It's a bit of a resource hog. It's not very optimized, but I do like it a lot.
I like that they've put more of the modern ballparks in there now. Now it doesn't look like the little cartoonish ballparks. I think that Full Count used to have. So that's
Right. But what I don't know how to do
so
is how
that's
to
actually
add.
nice what they've done with it with the photograph.
Yeah, but what I don't know how to do yet, and I hope Jason will offer a guide for this, is I want to put a bunch of ballparks into full count. But I don't know how to get the game to recognize those new ballparks. I have no idea because I've got 9 gigabytes worth of ballparks that I could throw in there, but I don't know how to do it. So there's that.
Now I wish Strat was a little more easier to work with when it came to designing the ballparks. I
Hmm.
know because they deal with the X and the Y coordinates, so it really takes up a lot of time and extremely
Hmm.
amount of patience. Where I've done action PC ballparks, and all you're doing is placing things here, and you're done. So
Yeah,
it's a nice it's a nice point and shoot method for them. I wish
it
they
is.
kind of had the same thing.
Well, and if you think Strat is bad for ballparks, Strat is a cakewalk compared to APBA for ballparks. Creating ballparks in APBA is so hard. It's ridiculous. I followed the instructions to the letter, and there's one I can't. I just it's the ballparks are impossible. So that's why I just buy them or find them online and stuff like that for APBA baseball. They're horrible to create. It's just something I always get an error and I can't figure out like that. I've never tried when I had Strat PC. I never tried to customize a ballpark, but I had the career historical disc with that, and I really liked it. It's sort of a kind of baseball history collection that's an action PC baseball, but it uses career totals. But it still played pretty well. I liked it, and I was able to create a lot of different dream leagues and stuff. I liked the game itself. I just the interface and I just didn't get along too well is all. But I watch you and you're like all over it, like you're playing a Stradivarius. Like you have no problem. Boom, 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 gone, and you're ready to go.
See, a lot of people don't like it, but I like the Stratomatic the metrics for doing the rolling your own dice and entering in the play results. A lot of people say it's hard. It's not as easy as replay. I don't mind it. I've done it so many times. It's just kind of
Yeah,
comes second nature in doing it. So if I wanted to take two sets of teams, roll my own dice, and do the total manual entry, and all I have to do is have charts by me. I can do that just as quick and do that, or have a dice roller. But
sure.
yeah,
So, it's funny. Replay was a game that just never clicked with me. Just it just didn't click. I know it's a good game. I love watching Bernie Strom play it, but I tried it twice and it just didn't. It it's like yeah, this just isn't for me. I don't know if it's the UI didn't click with me. It's a good game, but it just didn't click. Just did not click. But I get what you're saying. Because I tell people don't be afraid of Apple PC. The thing about it is it's modular, and so that messes with people's heads, right? Because you're working with rosters in one module, you're working with schedules in another, you're tracking stats in yet another. So that gets people a little bit whoa. And I think that's why a lot of people say I'll just because Action PC is a very easy game to navigate. It really is. It's very very deep, but you don't have to go deep in it if you don't want to. And that's the same with out of the park baseball. Really, people give that like that's it's so complex. It's really not. It's really not that bad. But then again, I've been playing it since 1999, the first iteration of it. So maybe like you with Strat PC. And I wish I had known you back when I had Strat PC. I'd be like, Mike, how do I do this? You would have blocked me on Messenger. It's like here comes Beatles again with his 15th question of Strat PC for the day.
no, no, no
So
biggie there.
I was wondering, and so I'd like Strat Max, and I don't think they do it. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to bring that up since we're talking to a Strat dude. I know you don't play Strat Max, but or I
Well, I
know you
have it.
have it.
I have it. I mostly have it. To me, I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think it automatically auto charge this month. I said, okay, that's fine. 'Cause I use it more for the player cards and stuff like that. But you know what kind of annoys me is they have like 3 or 4 seasons on there that they have not yet put the new cards in there for. And
Yeah,
if you're paying whatever a month for this, why don't we have the 1970 set in Super Advanced in there yet? that
Right.
came out almost 2 years ago on the computer. Shouldn't have been updated on Strat Max. I mean, that's why I kind of joined the Strat Max Facebook page just to give them craps and hey, shouldn't we have this? I mean, we're and there's a couple other seasons that are like that. That I think the new '85 was just released, but I give them credit for that. It just got released, but the problem is the new 2025 was already released. That was released a couple weeks before the cards came out, so I
Right.
was able to see the new schemes, the new judge or something like that. But
Right.
there's some old seasons they still haven't updated yet. Why? So
Well, what's a good Yankee season that we have in here for Strat Max? What would be a good one? So we can go back to all the way. And the other thing I love about this game too is it goes back to the National Association. I'm gonna some night when Ken Castro's around, we're gonna test Strat Max in 19th century and see what it does. There should be lots of errors, hopefully. But what would be a good Yankees team? 78
is
Yankees? Are they a
there?
super advanced?
Let me ask you:
Yeah.
is there a way I can follow you on YouTube? But the problem is, if I mute it, I can't follow you. I can follow the chat, but I can't follow the video. But if I keep the video on, if I lower my volume that I'm on there, I'm not going to hear you. I can't talk to you.
Well, are you seeing my screen in the studio? You should be able to see my screen in the studio. Do you see
Oh,
it?
I guess I could. Yeah, I wasn't even looking at that
Yeah,
screen.
and you
I
can
was
make it
really looking
full.
at YouTube.
Right, and you can make it full screen.
Oh,
And then that way
gotcha.
you don't
All
have to
right.
look at YouTube at all.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's all you
Yeah,
got to
let's do
do.
that.
Yeah, that's it. I like EVMUX. It's pretty cool once you get kind of the hang of it. But what so 78 is that a super advanced season? Would that be in here?
It is. Yeah, that's 78 is.
All right. Well, let's find these New York Yankees because they're the home team here. There they are. So, who do you like for your starter? They got Ed Figueroa right now starting. We start anybody we want.
Uh,
Just a muck about, just a muck about
yeah,
here.
Figueroa's would be fine.
Well, we got let's Rod Guidry. Let's start Guidry, huh? Let's have him go up against somebody tough. Crusader says I like Strap, but I think they treat their fan base like getting hooked on a drug and have him fork out a lot of money. It is an investment. And Mike, you've said that yourself. So, Mike, there's Guidry's card for 78. Look at that rating up there. He's a 98. No surprise there. Tough pitcher, huh? Let me shorten this. Do you have yourself full screen over there on the studio?
Yeah, I do. I can see it.
Okay. So you can see Guidry's card there pretty well. So, all right, who should we play these Yankees against? I wonder. I think we have Guidry starting here. We can always fix that when we get to the next screen. So, who should they play? Except for the Boston Red Sox, at least in 78. Who do you want to put them up against? Just for funsies, for a few innings.
You can put him against like the last year's Dodgers or something like that.
2025 Dodgers? Okay, we can do that. Because we know how much you Yankees fans love the Dodgers. And we'll change up the pitchers here in a second.
Yamamoto is fine.
All right.
That's gonna be a perfect example of why these modern pitchers will suffer against the more later teams because when they run out of fatigue,
Right. Oh, okay. This.
all we basically have to do is just withstand him for the first couple innings. We'll fatigue him out, and then we'll have to deal with their bullpen. So
Okay. I'm just trying to get Gidry. There's Gidry. That's what I just want. I forgot to click that. All right, Gidry, Yamamoto. What though? I've got to turn the DH back. I turned the DH off. Oops. Because I thought we were going to stay. Well, no, that's not going to hurt the Dodgers at all. Let's leave the DH off. This will be fun. All right. Let's look at the matchups right next to each other. So there we go. So we got Call, Betts, Freeman, Pages, Smith, Hernandez, Edmund, Hernandez. We got two Hernandezes in here, and then Yamamoto. Mickey Rivers. I always liked Mickey Rivers.
oh, this team is really off. I mean, Jackson's getting the day off. I don't think so.
We can fix that. We can
Yes,
fix that.
please.
Yeah, we can fix
Tell Gary
that.
Thompson to take some splinters. We want Reggie in there.
All right.
Let's
All
see.
right. So who we putting in? Who's going out?
Left.
Thomason.
Yeah, we want Jackson instead of Thomas in there.
Okay. You want to leave Reggie in the four spot.
Put Munson in the three
Put Munson in three. All right. We can do that.
and keep Jackson in the four.
Okay.
We'll put keep. That's not only too many. Jeez, you got this team has too many. Can never have too many lefties, but in this case, they kind of have a lot of lefties.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Put Pinella instead of White. He kind of has a White's arm just irritates me.
Okay.
So
Easy enough to do. Pinella in, White out. You want to keep Pinella at six?
yeah, that's fine. Keep Pinella at sixth.
Okay.
Or you can probably switch Pinella and Nettles so you can go left, right, left.
Okay.
There you go. That should work.
All right. JT, you're saying far out. This again. This is Strat Max, not Strat PC. So, but it's fun. It's. I really like this game a lot. All right. Let's you look at the lineups next to each other. JT, do you want
Yeah.
to make any? Do you want to make any lineup changes to the Dodgers? He's a Dodger fan. So
Who's on their bench not playing on that team? Just that's
for
someone's not
LA,
starting. You know what? Shohei's not even playing. He's on the bench too. So
well, we got to bring in
oh yeah,
Shohei.
there's no DH. Yeah, there's no DH. So
No DH.
Shohei.
So Otani's not going to play, right?
Oh well, bye bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just. Oh, okay, just trying to be fun. Well, that is funny. I mean, far out. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. I don't play with the ballpark background. It's just it it sort of looks like a mashup of Petco Park over here and left, and I don't know when whatever's going on. So the way I play it, Mike, I don't know how you play it, but I do it like this, so I
Yeah,
can
I
see the
usually
card.
do the same thing also.
All right. So here we go. We got Ron Guidry. We got Ron Guidry and Alex Call to lead off. You want to call it, Mike? I'll roll the dice, or should we just have fun with it? I don't
You can
care.
go ahead. You can go ahead and do that. I'll see what I can do for it.
So he says I would have Otani. Well, we're too late now. Otani pitches instead of Yamamoto. Just have his bat. That's a good point. We probably could have put Otani in. Oh well, this isn't going to count anyhow, so it's just fun. I like the slower roll the dice. And here we go. Alex Call is going to connect here, Mike, and
And
he's going to
that
have a
would be a
base
base
hit.
hit. Yeah.
Base hit. All right, runner on. One quality of life that they added to this that I love is you can just do this and see. Do you remember were you in the stream that night? I was yelling about the fact that, I'm going to forget who's a base stealer, who isn't. Now I just got to do this, and this was recently added, so I love that. All right, here's Mookie Betts. Here's Mookie Betts, runner on, and yeah, that was my fault there. I forget to do this in the first innings. If that strat card's too small for you guys, let me know. I can make it larger. Easy enough. All right, swung on and base
Oh,
hit. Oh, base hit. And okay, runner on first may try for third. Nope, he's going to hold it second, Mike. All right. So Guidry now is going to be facing Freddie Freeman, a lefty. All right. And here we go. And this is going to be fly ball, and Mickey Rivers taps the glove and has it. So, is my understanding Mickey Rivers was a pretty good bad ball hitter? Is that correct?
yeah. He was one of those. He was very free swinging.
Okay.
So he kind of had that. Anything that was close to him, he would hit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's deal.
Andy Pajes.
Yep. Two on, one down, and fly ball. Mickey Rivers earning his paycheck today. So two away now for Will Smith. And I wish they would fix there's a couple things in this game they've got to fix. One night we were playing, it was Phillies Dodgers, and the Phillies were in blue and the Dodgers were in red. It's like, God, come on. I realize it's a web application, but You should be able to just with some
It's
CSS
it's
coding
and
fix
one
that.
problem is with Strat not having the full license. That's why their
Okay,
guys, and that's why they can't probably do the stadiums, I guess, or probably can't do the team names, and why they can't you
true.
can't do this. That's yeah.
So Guidry looks like he'd be. Oh, this could be close. D20 says it's a base hit. Guidry getting roughed up a little bit here in the first inning, Mike, but two down. And runner coming home. And let me see. What do we want to do here, Mike? You're the strat man. Do we want to
Lead
throw for the
runner is
lead
one.
runner?
Yeah, let's throw for the lead runner.
All right. And here's the throw to the plate. The trail runner being held. And cutoff rule. Oh, oh, ow. So call will score and Mookie Betts will take second. So Dodgers put one here in the top of the first and brings up Teoscar Hernandez. It's just a fun game, man. I love it.
Jesus,
Draws a walk. I don't know. Do we go out and talk to Mr. Guidry? First inning.
he's getting squeezed.
He is, yeah. So we got Tommy Edman up there. Let's make a mound visit. Let's see what's happening. He's going to say he's operating on all cylinders, though. So nah, let's wait. Let's have some faith in Guidry. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
All right, this should hit.
and there we go. Oh, safe on an error. Oh my God, Guidry's got to be upset now. So yeah, safe on an error by Craig Nettles. So E5. Mookie Betts will come in to score. Will Smith moves to first. Third, base is sold out. Will Smith at third. Teoscar Hernandez at second. Teoscar, I'm sorry. And Todd Edman at first. And here's Enrique Hernandez. When it gets late, my Spanish sucks. All right, come on. We got to get this third out here and get the Yanks up to bat. And this one swung on, and this should be out number three finally. Indeed, it is. So lines out, soft liner to Bucky Dent. That does it for the Dodgers in the first, but they pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. Bottom of the first, Mickey Rivers leading things off against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Nettles dropping a ball against the Dodgers against the law, actually, says JT Dutch. All right, here's Mickey Rivers. Let's see if the Yanks. It could have been a lot worse. And this one popped out to Mookie Betts, one up, one down. Here's Willie Randolph. So Willie Randolph, does he make your Yankees team at all?
He did because he's a low cost on the season I'm using, so actually he worked out really well. So
We get Willie on here. I think we gotta try to steal with Willie. What do you think? Wow, that was a moot point. So Willie strikes out, and here's the captain. What a great player! What could have been Thurman Munson, huh?
yeah, he was probably one of my favorites.
And he strikes out. I think Thurman Munson, even for people that like hate the Yankees, loved Thurman Munson. You had to love the guy, you know. What a tragedy. And was that now he and Lyman Boss was that the same year they died, or was Bostock a year later? I'm trying to remember.
I think Bostock was summer of '79. I think it is.
Okay,
Or no, Munson was '79. Munson, ooh, where was Lyman?
because Bostock that was both were awful. I mean, Bostock that was like he was killed, and it was like it was a mistaken identity thing. God, awful. Bad, 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 and because that was around the same time. Bostock, okay, was 78 and Munson was 79. Yeah, so not a nice end to the 70s. No, we
Yeah,
lost Clemente in
Munson was
72.
August 2nd of '79. So
Okay. All right, here we go. We got the pitcher up here. Guidry to deal to his opposite number, Yamamoto. And this one's going to be a ground ball to third. Nettles across to Chambliss for the 5-3 putout. So one away. You want to do the next one here, Mike?
sure, go ahead. I'll do it.
All right, got Alex Call at bat.
Let's Yeah, the ground ball to short. Bucky then picks up, throws out to Chambliss for the second out.
Keep going, Mike. I'm loving it.
Here's Mookie Betts. He also sidelines as a professional bowler, right-handed hitter.
He's a bowler, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he can be a pro if he wanted to.
Wow.
Here's a pitch from Guidry. There's a fly ball in the left field. Lou Piniella has it in his tracks, makes the catch, and retires aside. 3 up, 3 down, go to Dodgers. 2-0 LA going bottom two.
Now I'm hearing that voice I love to hear.
Reggie due up against Yamamoto. Righty lefty matchup to pitch. Jackson's little liner. Dodger Stadium not very good for ballpark singles as he lines out to the second baseman for the first out, the fly out actually. So Lou Piniella's up, right-handed hitter, number 14 against Yamamoto. Yamamoto deals and pitches. And he struck him out. Piniella down on strikes. Splitter by Yamamoto got him. Now here's number 9, Greg Nettles. That's a deep drive. This could be trouble. It's in the gap, and that's off the top of the wall. Just missed a home run. Nettles will go in the second easy with a stand-up double. Chambliss comes up, memorable for his 1976 home run against Mark Littell. Pitch from Yamamoto. 2-4 against a right-handed pitcher is going to be lined out to the third baseman. Third baseman's right there, makes the play. And we play 2 here in New York. It's 2-0 Los Angeles. Up
All
next
right.
is Freddie Freeman, left-handed hitter against Guidry. And that is going to be a fly ball. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. Jackson under it, makes the catch, and there's one away. And now brings up Andy Paez, right-handed hitter against Guidry. And the pitch. And that's going to be struck him out. Slider by Guidry had Paez out in front of it. Now here's the Prince of Hollywood, Will Smith, right-handed hitter against Guidry. Guidry towing the rubber, pitches, and struck him out. At the end, we go to the bottom of the third here in New York. It's 2-0 Los Angeles. Here's Bucky Dent, called by another name in the Boston area. We still love Bucky. Right-handed hitter against Yamamoto. Yamamoto on the mound, the pitch. And that's going to be a walk, ball 4. So Bucky will take first base. Not much of a threat to steal. Brings up the top of Guidry. I guess Guidry has not bunted in about 10 years. Will be asked to bunt.
All right.
He gets the sign. Guidry, not very good, but we're going to hope he lays one down here. Pitch from Yamamoto on the bunt, and well done. Nice job by Ron Guidry, always a good athlete, as Bucky then takes second with one away. Here is the center fielder, Mickey Rivers, a lefty-righty matchup. Yamamoto's definitely stronger stuff to the left-hand side, makes it a little bit harder to see him. Yamamoto with a runner on second. First time the Yankees have had second time they've had a runner in scoring position. Go ahead.
Can't put corners in for
Yamamoto from the
Guidry,
stretch.
JT Dutch, because one of the other things Strat Max does not do is true solitaire play. We could play now.
Oh,
If Mike was on like his PC, we could play head to head though, and then like he could bring corners in. But yeah, like so earlier you're saying corners in. We're managing the Yankees, so the AI is managing the Dodgers. So you can't do true solitaire play in this game. You're playing against an AI. And that was one of your complaints about this game, I think, Mike, wasn't it? That you can't do
oh
true
yeah, you can't
solitaire,
control both teams. Somebody
right?
has to be the
Right.
AI. Yeah.
Unless you play head to head. And I'd love to do this with you, some Mike, even in your channel or something. When Ken Castro and I were playing APBA head to head, it was a blast. And I've been wanting to do that in Strat Max with somebody.
I didn't realize you can do a head-to-head play with
Yes.
Stratman.
Yep. You
Okay.
just go to the lobby and you just find your buddy, set up the game, and play.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Rivers up with a runner on second. Yamamoto pitch, and he struck him out. There's that splitter by Yamamoto. 2 outs here, and now brings up Randolph. Yamamoto from the stretch, runner on second. Here's the pitch. And that will be swung at ball four as he grounds it short, picked up by the shortstop, throws him out, retires side. We're a third way through here in the Bronx. 2-0 Dodgers. 2-3-0 for LA, 0-1-1 for the Yankees. Up for Los Angeles, Teoscar Hernandez, right-handed hitter against Guidry. Guidry seemed to have settled down after the first inning.
Yes, he
Guidry,
has.
Guidry sets and waits. And the pitch. And that's going to be a sky in the right field and picked up by Pinella. Does he make the? Oh no! Does he make the error?
He
That is an
does.
error by Pinella as Teoscar Hernandez goes in the second. Oof! A bad play by Pinella, misjudged it, and
So
now the
both
Dodgers
errors
have
for the
a runner.
Yankees on the left side of the field today, Mike.
Yeah, not that is definitely something that is, maybe they're not used to something, but that is something definitely you don't see that a lot. So now Tommy Edmond comes up. Looks like he has a lot of power versus left-handed pitching. Guidry looks in from the stretch, runner on second, and the pitch. We just
Oh,
he did
this is
not
going to be
miss it.
trouble.
That's going to be a gapper, and I believe no, it's gone down the left field line, going, gone, goodbye.
Oof.
Home run, Tommy Edmonds, and the Dodgers take a 4-0 lead. So now here comes Enrique Hernandez, right-handed hitter against Guidry. Guidry looks in, gets a sign, and that is going to be a struck in, ground out. It's a ground out to Dent, picks it up, throws him out, and that's the first out of the inning. And brings up Yamamoto, right-handed hitter. Guidry looks in, gets a sign. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ballpark single, which is nothing here at the stadium. That should be an easy out, and he does. So a quick line out there for the second out. And now brings up the top. Now brings up the top of the order. Alex Call, right-handed hitter against Guidry. Here's a pitch from the Gator, and that's going to be a possible single again. 45% chance on the odds, and Wu just gets it on a nice diving stop there by Dent. Makes the play. Dodgers do their damage on a two-run homer by Edmonds. It's 4-0 Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Munson steps up for the Yankees here in bottom of the fourth inning. Yamamoto still on the mound for the Dodgers. Looks in, gets the sign and the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout for Munson, down on strikes. Uncle Splitty away for Yamamoto, cannot touch it. Jackson up here with one out. Jackson needs to see a good pitch here just to get something on. And that's gonna be a ground ball to third, picked up by Hernandez, the first, and that's the second out of the inning. So two quick outs, and brings up the left fielder Lou Piniella. And here's the pitch to Sweet Lou, and that will be a struck him out again, splitter away. Piniella chases it. We played four here in New York. It's 4-0 Los Angeles. We go to the fifth. We bet, so it'll be 2-3-4 for the Dodgers against Guidry here in the fifth.
And I love this about Strat Max too. So Betts, Freeman, and Pagas. So I love it. I just love the interface of this game. I think the Airs have been directly responsible for two of the Dodgers' 4 runs. Tough luck for Guidry. Yeah, left side of the Yankees defense letting Ron down a little bit. But hey, we got a little ways to go here. You're calling a
And
great game, Mike.
here's the pitch to Betts, and that's going to be a ball four. So Mookie's on, can run a little bit, and now bring up Freddie Freeman, batting from the left-hand side. Left-handed pitcher, but Freeman does hit lefties effectively, so still not a be a tough matchup for him. Guidry from the stretch here, runner on first. That's who they do. And looks like Betts was trying to get a good lead, but Guidry steps off and throws over. So Guidry works from the stretch, keeping Betts close at first, and the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout there, so he chases, and that's one away. And brings up now the starting center fielder, Andy Paez. He was, again, a right-handed hitter. Guidry needs, again, a double play ball here to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be, flies out the center field. Mickey's there, puts the glove up, makes the catch, and that is 2 outs. And now brings up Will Smith, the right-handed hitter and catcher, with 2 outs and a runner on first. Guidry looks in and pitches. That's going to be a walk, and again, Guidry kind of gives home plate umpire some beef again. Again, he is kind of being torqued a little bit here. Looks like he is definitely being stretched there in the strike zone. 2 on, 2 outs for Teoscar Hernandez. Right-handed hitter against Guidry. Guidry working from the stretch and the pitch. Struck him out. There's a slider away, and Teoscar Hernandez chased it. We're halfway through in the Bronx. It's 4-0 Dodgers. Nettles due up for New York. Left-handed hitter with power. Will hit against Yamamoto, who's been absolutely great. We'll give it one hit through four. Here's the pitch. And that could be trouble here. That's a deep drive to right field. That could be trouble. Let's see, does he make the catch? No, it's off the top of the wall. So Nettles will go in with a double. So lead off double for Greg. Puff, as they call him. He's on at second with no men out. And here is Chambliss, left-handed hitter. Now this is where Yankees need to get something on the board here just to chase Yamamoto here. Here's the pitch. Again, there's a line drive to the right-hand side. Could be trouble if they can get a break. Nope, it's a line drive right at the second baseman or right at Freddie Freeman for out number one. So now Bucky Dent needs to use some magic. Yankees, unfortunately, without the DH, so you have Guidry waiting on deck. So on again, Yamamoto looks and deals and the pitch and struck him out, splitty away. Then chases it, and now you have a problem here. Guidry up with the runner on second and 2 outs in the fifth, but they'll let him swing one more time at least. Let Guidry stay in this ball game, not to deplete the bullpen. So again, Yamamoto should get the advantage here. Here's the pitch. Hopefully they get a good roll. It's going to be a ground out. Picked up by Hernandez. Throws out to Freeman, and we're done. We go to the sixth. It's 4-0 Dodgers. 4-4-0 for LA. 0-2-2 for the Yanks. So Tommy Edmonds, who had a long home run his last time up, we mentioned the power he does against the left-hand side, and he hit a boom shot to the left field seats. Here's a pitch to Edmonds. And that's again going to be a ground ball, pop to short, major league pop up the elevator shaft. Dent waits and makes the catch for the out number one. And now brings up Enrique Hernandez, right-handed hitter. Guidry looks in from the windup here with one man out and the pitch. And that's going to be another fly ball left field. Pinella's there, puts the glove up, makes the catch, and you get 2 outs here in the sixth. Here's Yamamoto. He'll bat for himself here. Looking in, Guidry gets a sign and deals and struck him out. Guidry, he had no chance there. Guidry blew it right past him. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Yankees running out of time, though. It's 4-0 Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the sixth. But this, again, is hitting Yamamoto's inning of fatigue. He usually doesn't go beyond 5. So if they can get to him this inning, they will force the Dodgers to make a move. Dodger bullpen is starting to get loose. As the Yankees come up with Rivers here to start the top of the lineup against him. We'll see if they see anything different third time through. Here's the pitch. And that's what they wanted this. Oh, it popped up. He swung on a bad pitch. He lines it right to the first baseman. Freeman was there for out number one. Right column, wrong spot there. So with 1 out, Randolph steps in against Yamamoto and the pitch. And that will be again in the middle there. Fly ball into center field. Pages with the catch and 2 outs. That's been their problem, is they're swinging at bad pitches, and Yamamoto is dicing them away 1, 2, 3, making it
Yeah, I
where he
think
doesn't
he's
need to
got
worry
it.
about a pitch count if he can get people.
They're giving him a strike zone the size of Utah, Mike. I think they've really. I mean,
Yes,
I think Thurman Munson struck out twice in this game.
he has struck out twice already. He's better against lefties. I know that. That's not where he wants to be either. And he'll ground ball a third. Hernandez picks it up, throws him out, and we're 6 through here in the Bronx. Dodgers up easy 4-0. Still 4-4 in LA. 0-2-2 for New York, heading to the seventh. Alex Call, the batter, right-handed hitter. He steps up against Guidry. Guidry will stay in there. So Munson puts up the sign and a deal. Oh, that's going to be a line drive. That one way or the other will go over someone's head. It is over the head. It'll be a stand-up double for Alex Call. So he gets on base. Guidry kind of put it in the flat in the end zone. Now you got a tough batter to pitch to in Betts. This is the top of the order for the Dodgers. Betts to swing. Guidry not work from the stretch. Make a good pitch here.
Hey, Paul.
Here's the pitch. That will be Boots singles up the singles. Is that what it is? Yes, it is. First
Yeah.
and third for the Dodgers. A base hit for Betts, and now it brings up Freddie Freeman. First and third, nobody out. Freeman, a left-handed hitter against Guidry. Guidry now needs to make the perfect pitch and get him out of this. 3-8 is a strikeout. I believe it is. One
That
away.
was clutch.
Now, question is here: do the Yankees have the infield? Do they have the infield in?
We can position it.
Let's position the infield in here. They can't let any other runs by, so they'll tell Billy to bring the infield in here. They'll pitch to Paez. On his chart, oh, he hits lefties extremely well. Where is his plus at? Do you see on his card where the plus is at for him?
Here, let me
On
make
the
it
other
bigger for you.
lefties? Oh,
There.
there it is.
Is that
Thank
better?
you.
Yeah.
3, 4. So 3, 4, 3, 10. Those are automatic hits with the infield in. Okay.
All right. Let's just
Thank
bring
you.
it down a couple
Appreciate that.
notches. Sure. That's good. That's a good size. All
Yeah.
right. Boom.
All right.
There we
Okay.
go.
So Guidry now needs runners edge away from first. Guidry from the stretch needs to make the perfect pitch to him. Here is the pitch. Pickoff attempt drives back, not in time. Chambliss slapped the throw down, but he was able to get his hand back. Big spot here for Guidry to make a solid pitch. Needs to get a pop up or a strikeout here. Here's the pitch, and that should work. That should be a strikeout on Paez, 2 outs. And now he needs to get Will Smith, who's usually a more dangerous hitter against right-handed pitchers, at least what I've seen, but he has a lot of power against lefties here. So first and third, 2 out. Guidry needs to make the good pitch right now, and that's not going to help. That ball is gone. Oh no, it's ballpark, and it's caught.
Oh,
Thank God. Whew,
wow.
thank God we're playing with ballparks. That's a 1 to 19 without ballpark attempts. So thank you very little there. So retire as a sigh. Guidry, little sigh of relief. Took him to the deep part of the park, but he brought it back in. So Yankees go to the bottom of the seventh. Get up and stretch. It's Dodgers 4, Yankees nothing.
And
So
welcome
Jack,
into Paul Fay. Hey, Paul. Great to see you. All right. Got. So I
uh,
told you guys Mike can call a ball game. He's awesome. All
so
right, Mike.
So Reggie comes up against Yamamoto. This is, I believe, the last inning of effectiveness. I believe on Show me Yamamoto's card. Is he a 5 or a 6? He's a 6, isn't he? So he can actually complete this game. Yeah, that kind of thing. He gave him a 6. Okay, means he could probably go to the ninth. All right, we'll see if we can rough him up here and get him out of this. Get him out of here. 3 hits will do it. So let's see if Reggie can get on base against him. Here's the pitch to him, and that will be a ground ball. The second hit hard, hit right at Edmonds, throws him out, and there's one quick out. Brings up Pinella. Yamamoto's pretty much has had him in every part of this game so far. With 1 out, Yamamoto with the windup and the pitch, and again that's going to be a strikeout on Pinella. Again, Uncle Splitty cannot get to it. That's 2 outs in the seventh. Yankees baffled by the Japanese right-hander. Nettles a big left hand bat, doubled his last time up. Needs to get something going here. Yamamoto with the windup and the pitch. And that we ground ball back to Yamamoto. He fields it, throws them out, and that's a quick 7. We go to the eighth.
So your
It is
call here
4
on Ged.
nothing Dodgers. 4
Your
6
call on
no.
Gedry. He's getting up there in pitch count. What do you think?
Leave him out there. I mean, they should be playing by Stratomatic fatigue, not pitch count. I hope.
Okay.
Are they? Do we know?
Well, this I just know that Yamamoto's still in green and he's at 128 of 20 right now. Gidry.
Oh Jesus, they're not playing true strat then. Okay, that's something I don't like, but okay. All right. Yeah. Way this game is gonna. You know what? This is where this game is gonna kind of torque me. Torque me is if they start rigging dice rolls because you're fatigued because they're gonna if they end up like throwing stuff somewhere else.
Hmm.
That's not cool. I was hoping the game plays true strat with the fatigue but it looks like they play it with. Well, what's Visit Guidry? Tell me how much he has left. Does
Yeah,
he have?
let's do that.
Let's go ahead and visit him. We have to play it like this. All right, I'm gonna have to. And I need to see what's going on. So pitcher has no fatigue and is operating at all cylinders. Okay, good. Leave him out there then. So there's no
Okay.
traditional fatigue, so they're not gonna do anything to him then. So here comes Teoscar Hernandez as we start after a little break. 6 hits given up by Guidry here. Couple home runs, and he's also baffled by his defense. Here's the pitch. And that will be a fly ball to Jackson to the right, or to Pinella in the left. Pinella makes the catch, and there's 1 out. And it brings up Tommy Edmonds. A lot of power against left-handed pitching. Guidry looks in, gets a sign, and pitches. And that will be a strikeout there. There's that big slider by Guidry. 2 outs here in the eighth. Enrique Hernandez comes up, the right-handed hitter. He steps up. And here's the pitch from Guidry. And there is another strikeout, I believe. No, he flies out to center field. Rivers is there and makes the catch. And we head to the bottom of the eighth inning. Yankees need to get something going. They're running out of outs, as RJL would say. Chambliss will come, followed, and he'll be followed by Dent, right? And then Guidry. So this will probably be the last inning. That was probably the last inning for Gator. Yankees will have to go to their bench. Chambliss will
Yamamoto
not.
pitching really, really effectively. The only two hits in this game right now are Craig Nettles
Yeah,
for the
both
Yanks.
doubles, or does
Yeah.
Chambliss and Nettle both have doubles? I think I know they're both doubles. So,
So the only one is two for Nettles is 2 for 2 in the
oh,
game.
okay,
He's
all right,
yeah,
all right.
trying
Here's
to
the pitch.
exonerate himself
Here's the
from
pitch to
that
Chambliss,
whatever.
and ask him to pop up behind the plate. Will Smith there throws the mask out, makes the catch, and there's one quick out in the eighth. Dent stays up. They're making this easy on Yamamoto. He's just kind of flying by here. Low pitch count, I'm assuming. So here's the pitch to him, and that will be again popped up. Edmonds is there. We'll put it away. 2 outs, and Guidry will be taking out this ball game. Let's go to the bench and see what the Yankees can have here. If I'm right about Yamamoto, he is a reverse. So let's put
We can look at anybody's cards you want before we can.
Yamamoto. Is he a like 2-3 L? I think he is.
Let me
Can
look
you
at LA.
tell me what Yamamoto's card looks like?
There you go.
Go to his statistics. This is where we'll learn something today. See where it says balance. Ru- Go up top. Read balance. Righty, 3L.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is balance. That's why we always talk about balance. That means Yamamoto is much better against left-handed, much better against left-handed pitching. So go ahead and bring me back my Yankee team, and then I'm going to take the best right-handed bat that I can probably swing with here, and probably would be let's let so I can get something on his card also. I got mostly lefties on the bench or righties who can't swing because White will switch and bat left. Let's go with let's bring Heathcliff Johnson, get him a swing,
Okay,
and just see I can get something off his card if I have to.
you got it.
Doesn't have much on his own, but Yamamoto's card will look a little more. Yeah, look at the power on Yamamoto's card against righties
Right.
compared to what it did against lefties. So that's what I'm hoping. Now he hangs one right there in the sixes or something.
Here
All
we
right,
go.
here's Yamamoto. So let's see if this strategy works. Here's the pitch to him, and that will be a ground ball. The short picked up by Betts throws him out, and that is it. We played 8. It is 4-0 Dodgers. So Guidry goes 8. I believe you look at his box score, he probably had 2 earned runs. Let's bring the Goose out, let him finish out and pitch the ninth.
All right.
Always have my issues with Gossage lately because he is very opinionated, and he's when he talks about Mariano Rivera, because Gossage was one of those 2-3 inning relievers and doesn't have respect for the one and done relievers. And I just think he's definitely fallen from the Yankee lore of being a guy they invite to Old Timers Day because of that.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's not as bad as Mel Hall and Chad Curtis, who are both have been or in prison for for kids for sexually
Mm-hmm.
abusing kids,
Right.
but still Gossage has been definitely been kind of shunned a little bit from his comments he made about Mariano and
Wow.
basically not being Mariano got it easy by getting his 400 saves, whatever, for coming in, getting 3 outs, and getting all this hoopla when I used to go 2.5 outs every time I went out there. And he pretty much put his foot where his mouth was half the time. So
Hmm.
Yamamoto will bat here in the ninth. And see if he still does, or does he get told out? No, pinch hitter. Oh, Shohei.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
here's a legendary matchup. Shohei comes out and will bat against Gossage, and Munson will go out and talk to Gossage. Gossage tells Munson to get the frick back there. But Munson says, "No, this time you're listening to me, Gossage." He whispers in his ear, "We're throwing one right at. We're throwing one right at. We're throwing one right in the ears of Shohei. Got it?" And Gossage says, "Yes, let's do it." So let's see if Gossage listens and throws one right under the ear of Shohei here. Here's the pitch to him, and he walks him. So Shohei gets the free walk here. But yeah, that's a pretty cool matchup to have there.
Oh,
The Shohei
absolutely.
versus Goose. So here's Alex Call versus Gossage. Gossage is now working from the stretch with Shohei on at first, and here's the pitch. And the hit and run is on, up 4-0 in the ninth, and running the hit and run. Wow. Was determined by not directly from the cards. And it's a ground ball into a force out, and that will leave, I believe, Call at first, and Otani was put out at second. So now
Yep.
brings up that's another good matchup between two great players, between Betts and Otani.
Who I
And
just
here
learned tonight, guys, Mookie Betts is a hell of a bowler. Never knew that.
he is bowled a few 300 games. He's a 200 plus bowler. He's like what they
Wow.
like Rick Roden was Rick Roden. Your Bucko was the golf, like he was a scratch golfer.
Yeah.
So Freeman to Gossage, Gossage from the stretch and pitches. And the pitch struck him out looking. Left him out there doing some window shopping there. Two away. The Yankees will
Three
come
away.
up in the bottom of the ninth.
Yep.
They're
Here we
running out
go.
of outs here, Yanks. They're down 4-0. Let's see what they can do against Tanner Scott. Which to me, the Scott card doesn't. Oh my goodness. Keep him out there, please. Oh, you rolled. Damn it. Base hit. All right, that works. So now hang on for a second.
Sure.
What the frick is that card? Really, computer? You brought out that piece of. Oh my goodness, that card is just full. Enlarge it. Holy If you bring a lefty
Yeah,
up, what he
sure.
does to him. Holy smokies. That is a lot of crap on his card. Keep
Yeah,
him out
yeah.
there. Yankees will make a nice comeback. We appreciate them bringing him out, putting this dude in. Thank you, JT Dutch. Like, holy crap, that card I'm sorry, it sucks. Here's the pitch, and ground ball to short
Oh,
will be a fielder's choice. There'll be one away. So it ran off at first. Now here comes Munson. And all these Yankees want shots at Tanner Scott at this point. So let's see what Tanner Scott does from the stretch. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strikeout. Unfortunately, they missed it. Two outs. And here's Jackson, last out here. Jack's left-handed batter. All those home run pops against him on that side. We want it on Tanner Scott's card. Let's roll that. Come on. Jackson up, and nope, he ground ball to short. That should do it. Throws him out, and that should be your ball game. And the Dodgers win this game by the score of 4-0. Dodgers 4-6-0, and the Yankees 0-3-2. If we look at the box score of the ball game, Call and Betts all had 2 hits in this ball game. Of course, Tommy Edmonds had the 2-run homer. Again, the Yankee defense kind of let him down. What was the Guidry line score? I believe at least half those runs had to been unearned for him. Guidry went. I believe he went the 8 innings.
yeah. Let me. There we go. There
There
we
he
go.
is. He went
So
8 innings,
Gidry
gave
went eight.
six
Yep.
hits, 4 runs,
Two
only
earned.
two earned, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Gossage went an inning, gave up a walk. Yamamoto went 8 innings, precision, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts.
Tough game, but fun. It would be fun to do this again sometime, but turn on the DH.
It would, yeah, that'd be a little more different, but the Dodgers would get a little more advantage.
Yeah. Good game. Gidry getting hurt by that, but by the two errors. But still, you got to give Yamamoto credit. What a masterfully thrown pitched game he had. Just
Nice,
on
nice
day.
comments there by JT Judge. Yeah, I mean he is one of the famed Yankees, but he's not. They're going to retire CC Sabathia, who doesn't exactly need to be retired either, but he's going to be retired this summer, while Gossage will not get his number retired. And again, I doubt he'll be again invited back to Yankee spring training unless things have been worked out between them. So
So, guys, I told you Mike calls a hell of a ball game. Please subscribe to his channel. He does a lot of broadcasts. It's always a lot of fun. Just the projects and his baseball knowledge is you guys have already gotten it. It's excellent, as everybody that comes in here. And Paul said to you, Mike, he says, and you, great call, Mike. I need you to call mine. Record some sentences, and AI will add you to mine better than hearing my accent to baseball. You do have a great you Slovak and Legends. You guys and Ron Juckett. You guys can really call a ball game. You guys are good. You guys are all really good. So, Mike, thanks for doing this, man. I
No
really
problem.
appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Maybe sometime if you feel like it, do it over on your channel if you'd like. Maybe play a head to head. I'll pick a Bucko team. You pick a Yankees team, and let's lock up, man. I think it'll be fun. Just a good kind of laugh, you know.
Absolutely. It's been fun.
Yeah, thank you. So
Hmm.
it's interesting to hear the Tampa because like right now you've got the sort of ASMR voice going, but when you're calling baseball, it was like this instant transition. It was just perfect, man, just perfect. So, but I really do like Strat Max. There's some things they've got to fix, obviously. But when I sit down and I find this, I just play this, a bit offline, and it's like I really like it. I like the execution. It's very easy, very very easy to get around, which I didn't find that to be the case with APBA. They got a lot of work, and I think that John Herson needs to realize that baseball for Windows is the superior game. So yeah, Paul loved it. Was it fun, eh, Paul? It really was. I used to do this occasion. We had a night, Mike. It was like a Saturday night, and I had four different people on, and each took a couple of innings and called the game. It was really fun. It was our Red Sox fan and Tim and two other guys. Now this was like 2 or 3 years ago. Our Red Sox fan not doing a lot of broadcasting these days, unfortunately. Don't know what's going on with him. So I didn't know that you had Action PC Baseball. I did not know that. Do you have Steve Tate's 5-year franchise files? They're a lot of fun to play with. They're free too, by the way. So Fat or Paul says bring up Strat Max if you just want to play a quick game, not in a project. Paul, I'd love to play you head to head sometime too, if you'd like. You can. There's a lobby that you go to, and you just kind of hook up, pick your teams, and play. And I know just playing APBA was fun, and I think this would even be more fun just because this interface is so easy to use.
How does StratMax does their has their head to heads? Because I'm not a huge fan of the Action PC Hamachi thing. I've got watching the Mark Unger's page, and there's a lot of it's not as good as Strat's host and join method
Right. Yeah. That the
that I
Logman
play.
Hamachi. Yeah.
But how
Logman
is
Hamachi. So this. Let me go to where we're going here. Let's go back to this. And if we go to lobby, and there's there, and so you can create a league. You can see all you have to do is just find your friend whoever's online, and
okay?
then you just add that player, and you pick your teams, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Log Me and Hamachi is it was very cool of Dave Cook to like sort of get that so it's focused for us, but I haven't played head to head Action PC for a few years. Steve Tate and I used to play. I would manage the Cardinals and he was managing the Tigers. He's a big Tigers fan. That's his team. So, and had a lot of fun with it. I love playing head to head. It brings back that old timey. Apago sucks, says Paul. I agree, dude. That's why I stopped. Sorry, I saw your subscription money. I unsubscribed. I thought that was the game I was going to stay with. The more I played it, the more I realized baseball for Windows is better in every way. In every way, except one, you can manually roll the dice in Apago. But beyond that, baseball for Windows just absolutely kills it. And I really wish John would Mr. Herson. I really wish he would recognize what a great game he has there and just continue to update it. Use an AI broadcaster and pick up where Ernie Harwell left off. And you got a great ball game. Add in the ability to manually roll dice, and APA PC is a winner that way. I think the APA guys would be like, yeah, I'm playing this now. And let Ernie call the game or whomever call the game. So they were going to have, I think, Skip Van Wieren pick up where Harwell left off when they got the game back from APA bought the rights back. including the Ernie Harwell voice. But they decided rather to update the game rather than getting another broadcaster. So, which they needed to do because APBA PC couldn't run on 64-bit systems. So, yeah, sorry about that, Paul. What can I say? Still love you, brother. You scousing Cypress tosser. So, Mike, what do you got coming up on your channel?
I'll have to see what how work goes, but I'm hopefully gonna get some up there in the next couple of days or so. So hopefully maybe something tomorrow. But tomorrow is opening day, so that's gonna be good. So
It is. It's finally. This.
unfortunately, it's on Netflix, but I'll probably end up watching it on either Dofu or something like that. Dofu's a nice program if you don't have it, unless you can watch it on MLB subscription. But I have a feeling they'll block it because of Netflix. So
Yeah, it's weird stuff this year with baseball. Let me find that for you, Paul. Unless, yeah, there it is. I'll just do this. Oops, there, Paul. Make you do a little typing as I'm showing it now. So just at Sports Time Machine 2102. And Mike is done. So, Mike, how many years have you been doing this now? And bear in mind, guys, don't go by the subscriber count because remember, Mike, you had that issue. It was a YouTube issue where it knocked. I remember you had to go through and get your subscribers back and stuff like that.
yeah, I know I had that happen a few years ago. I lost everything and done everything. So
Yeah, it was awful, man. I felt badly for you. That's just YouTube does weird things to say the least. Now sometimes Mike will like you'll see like he'll roll the dice. Although it's been a while since I've seen you actually roll. I know you're rolling the dice, but you know what I'm saying. I just love watching you play. You do and I know you're with work. Believe me, I get you, brother. Sometimes you're not going to get like the best times to be on, but when you're on, I do try to catch you. Couldn't catch you last night. I saw you're doing Yankees and Mets, but I was just bloody exhausted. Has everything to do with Paul Fay, who is just he's an exhausting person. Just kidding. Deep dive yesterday on Baseball HQ. Have you messed with Baseball HQ by the way? Yet? Because it's free. It's free.
I haven't yet.
It's really, really, really cool, and it's perfect for, especially for cards and dice games, where you can just, yeah, because it's going to track stats for you. It does amazing things. So you should look it up with Paul Fay. Join his Facebook group for Baseball HQ, and you get it. It's free, and just go around, poke around with it, watch his tutorials. They're real good. And I think you would get a kick out of it, Mike, because you're a stat head. I mean, you can't be a baseball fan and not be a stat head, right? So. Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. And Mike, I want to thank you a million times over for coming on and doing this tonight. This was great. Um, you're always welcome on. You know that. And I'm glad we figured out, because I know you tried to be on here a couple times before we figured out that because I was sharing the sound from my computer. That's why you were. It felt like you were at like a Pink Floyd concert, but like a very bad Pink Floyd concert, if such a thing ever existed. So thank you, my brother,
No
for doing
problem.
this, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I'll just keep watch for when you're playing again. And guys, thank you for subscribing to Mike's channel. He does a great job and calls a hell of a game. You don't have to listen to him rabbiting on like I do. Because he doesn't rabbit on, man. He gets down to business. But some nice. I like how you improvise because I noticed on a couple of those things, a couple of the plays in the game, you were ahead of it, and it worked out perfectly. And I listened to your
Mhm.
games, and I just feel really immersed in it. So thank you, and on behalf of the community, yeah. And I think we're going to cut it here. It's 2:02 a.m. for me, and I've got work in about 11 hours. So it's the last week of FedEx Express, and FedEx Express is going away all over the United States. So fair warning, guys, it's going away. FedEx is merging into what's called FedEx One, and all I can say is good luck. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same at all. So if you want to order anything FedEx Express, do it soon. I don't know when your local FedEx will be gone, Express, but it's going to be gone. So update with Sunday, but slight fix coming today. Paul is fastidious when it comes to this. I'm still waiting for the pocket pennant run that's showing RBI now. So Paul's making me wait on purpose. He's trying to teach me restraint. You know how these Brits are. So always in the HQ links group. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Have a good
Again,
night, people.
all right. All right. And everybody, until the next time, we'll see y'all round the batting cage. Good night.